Series.
So last time, we finished up over our travels at the Mwangi, with Lorelai finishing up her contacts there. We headed on back to Breach Hill. Our denizens are learning common, but in a very unorthodox style, which is yielding vastly superior results than anyone could have expected. But
You say
You know,
unorthodox, I say motivating.
it's kind of carrot and stick, but carrot is something that is talked about, and stick is something that is not hypothetical. Uh, and it tends to get results. That aside, we then we went over and saw the sermons of our Hell Knight friend, Ket. And Ket she speaks well of us. She speaks in very, how should I say, exacting terms. She speaks of moral order as opposed to moral selflessness. But there is good in order, and that is what she speaks of, and she speaks of it well. After we had our day and took care of our businesses, we with Jerron joining Flynn over in Kovlar, the rest of us made our way over to the grounds of the druids and the storm druids and their barbarian allies, which they're culturally more or less completely intertwined with. They're just, one of the sects of that society. And she was able to have her conversation with her druid mate, and we started to head back.
Yeah. That was pretty much it.
what's it called? At some people's requests, as I mentioned in the Age of Ashes chat, any other kind of one-on-one stuff from now on will be handled out of game or like in text or whatnot. I've already done that with a few different players, but everything will mandatorily, like if it's like less than 10 minutes of conversation, then I want to handle it outside of stuff. Obviously, like if Mora goes to talk to a cat for like 10 minutes, I'm not going to
She must take 2 escorts.
Right. In most cases, though, I will try to enforce, like I said at the very, very, very start of this section, everything should involve at least 3 people through its entirety. Because I got complained at and I got opinions thrown at me, and they were valid and they were reasonably said. And I've discussed them with a few people, and this is my. I'm going to redouble on my initial point going forward here, so I don't get yelled at more. But I think people kind of like everyone I spoke to about it kind of mirrored the sentiment to some degree. So I want to make sure everyone's having fun. And other things brought up that this is a lot of dialogue aspect, but that's just this campaign, and that's just my DM style. I love the dialogue, chatty, RP stuff. I'm a big fan of that as a DM. Combat's there. We'll do it here and there. But there's going to be just a shit ton of this. Because that's just what I do.
Grit will talk your ear off if you give him half the opportunity. But...
Yeah, and I have a lot of people who also like the RP, like yourself. So there might be a dozen sessions between combats. There might be other times where you're doing dungeon delve, especially in the book. But yeah, even the book, like I brought up last time, all of chapter 1 of book 2 was Dirty Reputation thing. Just chatting with people, having fun, derping around. So that is something to expect going forward on both sides. But as always, if you ever have a complaint, even if it's little, even if you're the only person who thinks has it, and you're trying not to start the waves, tell me. You might have a point, I consider and say, fuck yeah, you're absolutely right. Or I might just be like, sorry, that's just how things go. But I am eager to hear everyone's thoughts and opinions, because I want to make sure everyone's having as much fun as I can handle. So, and for the most part, this has been really, really neat. Everything with the town's been cool. I like the side quests going on. Even hearing Grit talk about a cat and like his takeaway from the conversation, that made me smile. I was very happy. So like, and people seem to have fun with that. So there's gonna be a whole lot more of that. But
yeah.
That being said, it will not be a combat-less thing. I have various things planned. Some things have taken a lot longer than I anticipated them to. Like I was like, this will all be one session, and it spans like 3 sessions. And I was like, that should have been one session, but it just dragged longer than I expected. Sometimes things caught me off guard. Unmei's whole thing with teaching, that was hilarious. I will do nothing that stops me from having those interactions. I had a great time.
Alright, I just killed everybody. No more interactions.
Oh no!
Kill that man.
I really want to incentivize stuff because that's going to have memories. That's going to be things that people repeat. And I talked about with Ruben like 2 or 3 times. That shit was funny. Hearing Grit talk about it right now, I laughed again. I was like, so I'm trying to facilitate those. So don't be afraid to like do things. Like I said, if I think things are going to span more than like 10, 15 minutes, I will direct them elsewhere. But like, don't be afraid to talk up. That's the last thing I want this to do. I don't want to take away moments like that teaching moment because you're afraid of having a moment to yourself. Have the moment. Everyone wants those. If everyone doesn't, I think the majority do. So yeah. Everyone is just turning back. I will start in the turn with Giron. I know you said the stuff you're working out was going to take a couple of days. Are you just going to stay in Kovlar while that gets handled, Giron?
His plan was to get that stuff taken care of, and while he's there, help out with the cleanup efforts in the greater part of. Oh my god, my brain. The dead part of the city. My brain is completely fucked in that regard.
No problem. Sagarok.
Yeah, Sagarok. I was like trying to think. But yeah, he plans on sticking around in Sagarok to try to help out, unless otherwise spoken to by likely Flynn if he decides he wants to. But otherwise, yeah, he's going to be in Sagarok.
Whatever you call him, Flynn. He's the king.
All right. And I know you were waiting there for a couple of days, Flynn. What all are you doing in Kovlar?
Well, I mean, we went over it last couple of times, so just waiting for the stuff. Oh yeah.
What are you doing while you're waiting? Anything in particular?
Remember, just meeting with the important people.
Oh yeah, the nobles and whatnot. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I have that noted. All right. Well,
But I mean, if Gerard wants to go like run off and kill someone dead or something, I'm down.
Oh no, we got to twist Flynn's arm to go kill someone dead.
Yep. Are you trying to hunt down remaining undead, or are you literally just picking up decaying ruins, Mr. Gerard?
Providing assistance in any way is needed. I mean, I think he also wants to use the opportunity to kind of understand undeath a bit better, to know thy enemy.
Yeah, it makes sense. Well, as you wake up your first night after being in Kovlar, you realize that your weapon is missing.
My weapon is missing?
Your lance is missing.
Oh, okay. And this is me waking up in Kovlar?
Yeah, after like you've been there for a day, and they say it's gonna take a couple days to like handle your stuff. What's it called? The first time you wake up, your weapon is no longer with you.
Okay. Checking other weapons just in case.
Everything else you have on your person is there, but your lance is not. You did get there pretty early in the day. The first day, they would tell you that they're mostly just clearing out old ruins and debris, and they don't anticipate undead. Do you still want to help with that?
I mean, they're not anticipating undead. My weapon is missing. Unfortunately, I think that there's more of an urgency that my weapon is in somebody else's hands. I don't think he'll be helping out anymore, but yeah, he probably tried to head to the what is it, fucking Guild of Arms, and see if they've seen anybody trying to like pawn it off or something.
Yeah. All right. So as you get to the Guild of Arms, they are starting on the initial area for your commission to do the runes smithing on, as they have a lot they want to put on it. She says, for whatever reason, or she hasn't seen anyone come in trying to sell a lance, and your lance is pretty easy to recognize. But she will send her people around to like the Guild of Coin and whatnot to ask them the same thing. You're welcome to check to them as well, and tell anyone if they do have someone, give them the lance, that they can confiscate it and alert you, and they can deal with the thief there. Kovlar isn't particularly known for having a lot of thieving, and everyone in the town knows who you guys are. So, be really silly, but maybe they just think you guys are wealthy and you're an easy mark.
After which, his resources are kind of limited. He will then proceed to just go back to the or actually, yeah, he'll just stay at the Arms and wait for Flynn.
Okay. What's it called? Well, while you're waiting, she would comment on the fact that she has been trying to shape the metal of a blade, and she's been working on recreating the ancient great ruins of Sagarok, but they are challenging. She has a couple that she's tried, but the magic isn't taking as she feels it should, and she isn't quite sure. She would present to you a war axe that she's working on and show you that the +2 rune is working, the greater striking is working, but the great rune of Sagarok does not yet appear to be working.
Okay, so the plus and then the striking, you said?
Yeah, the normal stuff is working, but trying to imprint the property runes that she's gotten from the relics you've given has been a challenge.
Okay.
But yeah, and if you do not find your weapon immediately, she was going to just sell it as a ornate, dwarven weapon with the effects they have on it. But it's still a +2 striking weapon.
Yeah.
If you don't find what you have, she has weapons like that. She can sell you if you wish to use. She could give you a discount on, because obviously you're looking for your own thing.
Oh yeah, no, I mean absolutely. As long as there is a opportunity to trade back in afterwards.
Yeah. What's it called? She's moved on to she's trying to craft your thing, so that was the project she was working on before she started working on your weapon. So you could always just she'd buy it back at whatever she sold it to you for when you come to retrieve your actual weapon.
Okay. Yeah, that's a reasonable agreement. He'll take that up to have something.
All right, let me see here. There we go. All right. Yeah. Consider it a deposit of 1,800 gold.
1,800 gold?
Yeah.
Okay. I can work with that, I think.
It's a bit off the top, because you're a buddy, and it normally goes for an even 2 grand.
All right. Well, yeah. Happily.
Cool. You said as of yet, she couldn't do more work. Until she gets this greater rune working, you couldn't even add other runes, because all the property aspect is still being taken by the unworking rune. So it is a war axe. The same kind of weapon that you'd actually traded her. She's basically trying to replicate it pseudo 1-for-1. She's just working with the +2 versus a +3, because +3s are very time consuming and very expensive. But you need at least a +2 to put the greater rune on. So that was the minimum she could put on to work with the rune.
Okay. Then 1,800 gold for a +2
greater striking.
Greater striking. Gotcha. Okay.
And it is basically the Dwarven War Axe. I think it's called War Axe in this game.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and snag
it. It's still called Dwarven War Axe. Oh yeah, it's Dwarven War Axe.
Okay, I will take it. The DM doesn't know that I still have time of need in my inventory.
Well, assuming things go right, you get it back. but for
Who
now it
knows?
is missing. As you're waiting, she basically shows you that she is trying to craft a new weapon, but it's just been one issue after another. Steel has been difficult to forge last couple of days, and she worries that there's some curse from the city going on or something with the forges. She's making progress. It's just progress is going to be unusually slow.
Gotcha.
She also might be burnt out because we've been pretty much burning midnight oil trying to learn from the two what's it called, Great Ruins. You can see that there is another full plate of armor that she's also trying to replicate the one you brought over to. It seems like some undetermined amount of success.
Yeah.
After a while, her workers come back and say that the Gold Smith Guild does not. The Guild of Coin doesn't have anything of that note that's been sold to them, but they've all been told to keep an eye out for it and to confiscate it and lock it in the vault should someone find it. Well, they send probably one of the stonemasons to retrieve you guys, since one of the guilds is working with you guys anyway.
Okie dokie. Yeah, he'll graciously thank them and thank her and thank them for looking out, her for the weapon and the assistant.
Yeah, she apologizes that she wasn't able to be more help. One of her people comes in later and says they've actually notified the guards as well, and the guards will be keeping an eye out, trying to get any lead on who would dare pilfer an item from you guys, especially something so renowned from people so renowned that would obviously get caught.
Yeah.
So, until then, she's gonna be working on this stuff.
Okay.
Flynn, you about your allotted time for things to be done would arrive, and you would find Jiran talking to Kelda, working on a new, seems to be a longer pole type weapon, but it's still in very rudimentary forms. She says the complexity of these runes requires them to be etched into the weapon's very making rather than added afterwards.
Flynn,
That's your theory.
I hope that your time here is proven better than mine.
Maybe.
Have you had your hands taken away?
No. No one would dare try.
That's what I thought too when it came to my lance, but lo.
Your lance was taken away from you?
Apparently during my slumber. I'm not sure how, but during my stay at one of the inns, it was not secure enough, I suppose.
What do I think is Hammer Song believes it might be a lingering member of the cult you dealt with, but it seems like a weird act on their part. We shouldn't have much in the way of thieves here. We didn't have any thievery until this cult came through.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's no matter at this point. The city is looking, and I have no clue to where it might have gone. In the moment I have this, and he'll show him the war axe. Not quite as unique, but definitely very elegant.
It is. Dwarven weapons are a bit harder to wield. They're very much bulkier. The halves are much thicker and cumbersome. And most people wouldn't be able to wield it even with basic proficiency. But being a fighter who is naturally skilled in advanced weapons, if slightly less so, you were still able to make great work with the weapon. But it is slightly awkward.
Yep.
Still, you swing this around as well as anyone else swings their most proficient weapons. Fighter privilege.
Yeah, he would look at her. How long do you think, not to rush you, but to know if I should return with Flynn to the keep? How long do you think that this project will take?
It'll take a while, especially with the rune crafting and all that's going into it. 2 property runes, a greater striking rune, by itself is already, at least a week of work, maybe longer. And they're still forming the weapon and its design off the get-go.
Understood. Well,
this weapon will be more elaborate and at least more functional than the one I've given you, as I'm still learning the Great Rune Craft. But these property runes, I assure you, will function.
I believe it. I believe it.
Oh no, they stopped functioning.
When I inevitably figure out how to replicate our ancestors' art, I will provide them as a service to you. But I'm not sure yet what I'm doing wrong. I know everything there is to know about smithing, especially weapon and armor smithing. But our ancients were legendary. There's a reason why the world over has not been able to replicate them, and only a handful actually. She calls the associates she sent out to actually relay a second message. It might be the Great Rune aspect specifically, because as I'm recalled, your lance had one as well, and it was from a topsider. That's probably what the thief is after, more than the actual weapon itself. It's the rune craft.
It would have been the most valuable thing.
You have an art that no one's able to replicate, not even myself, and I'm the most skilled smith I know of. And I know of everyone in the craft in a few thousand miles.
He knows a lot of smiths.
She does.
Not many wills.
No.
Do you know of anyone else in the city who is capable of safely and correctly removing the rune and applying it to something else?
No. I can't do that, and no one's better than me, and it might be maybe someone from the capital? I don't think we've had anyone from the capital visit. I mean, they don't come here. Though we did have news go out that Sagarok has recently begun to be reclaimed. But one of the her assistants pop up and reply to you guys. Hammersong says he hasn't seen anyone leaving the city with it either. It would have been noticeable. And he talked to the 2 gate guards who were on duty last night in the southern facing area, and they said they would have noticed someone walking out with a giant lizard lance. We have had people come in from the high mountain.
I see. Well, do you know who this capital is?
The dwarven capital is the nation just south of us. It's still in the mountains. Highhelm.
Oh, it is city.
You have been there briefly. When you took the foot travel with the lake, you two, what's it called? You were briefly in Highhelm.
Oh, he just doesn't know what a capital is.
Like snow.
Yeah. It's just water can't get that cold. It's like
Nah. On its own, without magic, that's bullshit.
absurd. Well, I don't believe an expedition to High Helm is in our future for now. We best get back to the Citadel unless you have further business here, Flynn.
No, I'm done with my business here.
I will talk to the others and see if we can't send a emissary to High Helm to pass the news around of a great theft here. We can inform them of your contribution to reclaiming Sagarok and have them looking. Again, if we find anything out, it'll take longer because they'll have to travel to High Helm, spread the word, get information, and get back. But we'll let you know. But so far, Kelda thinks that is the most likely place it could have went. The only place you could think of. Or the city's been infiltrated by another highly stealthy figure who was aware of the weapon, aware of the runes on the weapon, and thought to steal it.
Mm-hmm. Well, until I have more information, we'll wait for your word, and I will return within a week to check on the progress.
Very good. Sorry about the bad news, especially for someone who's done such a great work for the city. We will do everything we can to find at least find the perpetrator, and if we can, retrieve it. If not, you'll know, so you can retrieve it yourselves.
It is a problem, but no problem for our party. It is not my primary weapon anyway. And he punch his chest. This is primary weapon.
Don't let that get stolen as well.
No, his chest.
I would be very surprised if it happened.
Woke up. Oh no, my chest is gone.
Wake up as a little tiny gnome. Oh my goodness.
You just have open rib cage.
Oh no.
He just jumps away. Finn runs in. His hands are gone.
Oh no.
I have been
disarmed. Oh.
Oh, you said my hands, not my arms.
You're right.
Unfortunately for them, Flynn still has legs.
Oh,
yeah. All of Flynn is a weapon.
The gloves came off. Just not the way we wanted.
But they got the hand wraps. Got them.
It's okay. I'll just back up to my foot wraps.
Oh no, he has foot wraps. All right. Well, you guys were able to head back with your retrieve items. Everyone else is able to reconvene, and it will be the end of that day. So I have dates marked. This would be the 18th. All right. I'll get back to Giron because it'll be pertinent, but I'll wrap around. You guys are able to get back. It's the evening. Going into the next day, I imagine, Grit, you're doing the usual stuff, working with Rorsk and them. They announced
for the beginning of it, and then I'd like to spend the rest of my day actually, well, I'd still be spending time with them, but I'd be retraining a language to Dwarven.
All right. Retraining a language to Dwarven. Nice. Yeah, it's just like your opening little bits. We even call it part of your 8 hours of quote unquote downtime.
Yeah.
Goes to all the magic stuff. So you've been the rest of the day working on that. On this day, they open up. They will be opening up the canals. They let you know tomorrow.
Ooh.
Today is the final steps in securing everything, and they've basically primed the second wall to collapse when the water hits it to finish the canal. Tomorrow, after with your guys' assistance, they will breach the northern area, which comes into a new problem. They'll be breaching the area, and a ton of water is going to flow at them, and they don't have anywhere they could really go.
Oh. Let me figure out how to breach the area. Like, we'll figure that out. I'll talk about
Wait,
we'll
hold
set
on.
charges to explode or something. Oh,
You and Lorelai are both there, yeah.
Wait, what? Sorry, can you repeat that?
Tomorrow, they'll be primed to breach the entryway of the water. The issue is when the water comes, it's going to be a lot of water coming all at once to fill a lot of empty space, and people are going to be in the channel, underwater channel, and it could be very dangerous. Royce realizes like he says decent swimmer getting slammed a mile one way, then a mile back. Barring he isn't able to get out of it on the first mile in. That's a lot even for him. It's a lot of being slammed into hard rock and by hundreds of thousands of gallons of water.
I mean, I do have like at least as far as drowning goes. I mean, I have breathe water or whatever.
That'd be
You
helpful.
had somebody in your group that has a swim speed.
Well,
I think we have a few
Why
ways of
does-
handling this.
but why do they have to be in there?
Someone's
like-
got to breach the wall to make it happen.
Well, yes, but
Could,
can that
like-
be one of us?
Yeah, could that be like
I
a
could
whale,
see too.
and I
It
just
could.
ride the water there and then slam into it?
You'd probably want something a little bit more finesse than that, and it's not the drowning I'm most worried about. It's the being slammed into and he points back in the canal behind you guys. The rocks for a mile. That's
I actually think I
Style?
could outswim that, and I have a magic to handle the water. And I definitely know Flynn can outswim that, and I think he'd be insulted if I didn't invite him along for the challenge.
And then I could
yeah.
just watch as a sea creature.
If
As a sea serpent. Wait, no. Can I be a sea serpent? I can't remember. Let me check my forms.
the biggest thing you need to worry about, again, I mean, the breathing of drowning is an issue, but the force of the water slamming you back into the stone behind you. Because when we breach this, it's not going to be a trickle. It should be everything coming at once. But I am happy to leave this to you guys. I am worthless, I am great at handling stone. I am great at digging. I am great at construction. Dealing with underground tidal waves, not my forte. And I would not put my men in the situation.
Not a worry. Well, I have someone that's going to take this. We have someone that will literally take this as a personal challenge. I am excited to see the results.
All right.
I want to be there firsthand.
And he basically, they walk you back to the corridor where already had some people working. Everything is hardened that you guys have been using their rock to stone every day. They've been packing things in with like concrete mixed into the stone, using stonework. Everything to hyper reinforce this. They bring you up. This needs to be done well because if they messed it up, imagine a line from pretty much just north of the monument altar in Breach Hill to your keep, collapsing into the ground.
That would be bad.
That would be bad. You guys can see through the whole 2 miles of tunnel that they've been working on, greatly accelerated with all your guys' thing. There are like multiple supports. Most of it is kind of reinforced with concrete and stone. Everything is very, 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 very sturdy. and seems braced for it, except for the very, very, very back wall on both sides. The outer edges are reinforced, and you even actually kind of see there it's a bit wet along the all border of the rockwork and the stonework. Where they've where they've started to get close to the riverway, and then they just use that moisture to like put concrete in and rockwork and reinforce that. They say they basically just need to punch through the middle, and the water itself should handle any a lot of the loose dirt that's still this deep. It's mostly stone at this depth of because you guys are well under the city, so you've been mostly just breaking through stone at this point. But all the loose dirt will come through, the stones will come through, and then once it's going, actually, if I could use your water breathing after this, maybe the next day, I want to go through and the last little bit that breaches at both sides, I want to reinforce. People who could swim underwater, who are able to swim and breathe and all that, all of your help would actually be really good the day after tomorrow. If I could get your guys' time.
I can prepare the magic for that.
Cool. And get Flynn. It seems like something he would be talented in.
Like I said, I feel like he'll take this as a personal challenge.
And actually, anyone who could work in there, because my men are not going to be talented at getting through there.
I think I heard Jaron say he swims really well. I'll find out.
Yeah, all the help we can get. You could spare the wee one and the fox. It seems less their domain. All right. Cool. And the rest of the day you're spend learning your language. Flynn, next day you're back working on the Coliseum or anything special?
I'll go see if John needs help finding the thief.
All right.
Well, you said, did we make it back? You mean?
Yeah, you're back. You're back at Breach Hill.
If we need help with anything like that in that regard.
As soon as I hear word of what is happening, I'll be sure to let you know. But I don't have any other leads than it might be in a big city.
You do notice when you're waking up and getting your early morning like prayers to Farazba and whatnot, there is a letter on the altar that says they believe someone had a lead on the request posted. They wanted to speak with you, otherwise they would be returning tonight with the information.
What?
What's up?
Oh, I just said okay. So we'll be getting information at night.
That's what the letter says.
Well, given no leads at the moment, once that letter comes in, I'll be sure to contact you, Flynn. I could likely use your help in punishing those who would have wronged me.
Yes. I'm glad.
I am grateful for your friendship, Flynn. Thank you. If no one else is in necessarily urgent matters, then perhaps we can seek out other assistance as well.
Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't be too long before Grit and Lorelei meet up with you. Who are both conveniently, they come up one stairs from where they're working on the canal, or I guess it'd be two stairs because your guys' Serpent Canal is just below Alester's ring, or like mostly like circling it, and would be able to hear Jaron's baritone voice echoing from the Parasman Temple just south.
Oh, perfect timing.
And
Definitely
Flint
go
is
for-
surprisingly there for some reason. Flint's never
Hey, So-
Greetings.
all right. I got a proposition for you guys. So we've been have you been hearing about we've been making the tunnels, the waterway tunnels for the sea serpents, right?
Yeah.
I've been more than hearing about it. I've been hearing it.
Okay, perfect. Well, it's about almost done. Here's the fun part. We need someone brave enough / stupid enough to pop the wall, holding back all the water, and survive it from the town, all the rush of it from roughly the edge of the town all the way back to the system, and then it's filling up.
How could you not ask Ume to do this?
Is it stupid if we're
He was
capable
born
of
for this kind of
surviving
thing.
it?
See, that's what I was saying.
I mean, I'm down.
Hmm.
So I have magic that gives 8 hours of water breathing. Quite honestly, as much as I think I could do it, I would like to see one of you guys do it, or Lorelai. I just have magic to help.
Hmm. Well, either of us are capable swimmers, I'm sure.
Oh, you both can too. Maybe you guys could see who who can just deal with the BS best.
Hmm. What is swim speed again? Is it half movement speed or like
A quarter.
quarter movement speed?
Actually, no, it might be half. I think that means the quarter.
No, I think they're both quarter. Actually, swim speed might be 5 feet. Let me see.
Yeah, there is actually some rules around that. I'll say.
A 5 feet for every 20 feet above 20 feet.
10 feet plus 5 feet for every 20 feet above 20.
Okay.
So it's a quarter, essentially.
So while you guys are talking, anyone there may make a knowledge nature check if you are trained.
Hmm.
Okay. Substituting Arcana.
When did my dice become boring? What is this?
As you think and you start calculating the information, Grit and Lorelei, based on what you've studied of your extreme knowledge of nature, there is a chance that water will be coming out at least a movement speed of 50.
Oh,
Possibly
Yeah.
faster.
Oh, this isn't even gonna be difficult
I mean-
then. I could just run faster than the water.
At most, it'd be going a movement speed of 65.
Okay.
That is there. The 50 is estimating with this Grit and Lorelei rolling a 45 plus. That the initial rocks would stunt it in its initial moving, but if the rocks completely collapse and the water comes full speed, it could be up to 60. A movement speed of 65, moving about 200 feet around.
Fluid dynamics is wild. So yeah, actually, yeah.
I mean, can't we also utilize like the transmute rock and mud, turn the rocks into just mud, or
This isn't factoring the damage of the rocks hitting you.
is it
You-
just
you guys
once it's just as the wall breaks, just the impact of the water?
You could be hitting. Yeah, 'cause you guys both rolled 6 and 45. It's less so much the water; it's the fact that you're going to be flying back 200 feet and consistently being slammed into the ground and then slammed into the ground, which is going to basically be fall damage sideways. Hey!
So I guess
Question. How lethal is the explosion?
Wait, did you say fall damage?
Yeah, like I'm listening to this going,
Fall.
Cat fall, that your ability to slow your fall and gracefully land would not be pertinent to a boulder slamming you into the ground.
But reflex saves and dodging said boulder, so you're only dealing with the water.
Could help.
Or
Yeah,
just
you
be
guys will.
so good at athletics, you're just able to keep.
There's things you could do with athletics. There's a lot of ways you could handle this, but just his worst scenario, guy stands in the middle, hits it with a hammer, and the water flies at you. You're looking at probably 1,000 or so points of fall damage by the time you get back to your keep.
But what if we?
I need a board.
There's a lot of ways you can handle this, but
I'm just gonna
scenario.
surf all the way back.
Grit and Lorelei, you guys would know as gentle and pleasant as water can be. You have heard stories of waves hitting castles and castles not existing anymore because gentle water is less gentle when it comes at you all at once. It's really weird like that.
What is the hardness of a castle compared to a lizard man body?
Right? You have to factor in how much overkill damage was done to the castle.
That's what I'm saying. You just bolt yourself right next to the explosion and tank the explosion. Let the water all go past.
I'm up for however y'all want to handle this. But with the 45, I figure I'd facilitate the information. If the tidal wave hits you, this is what you can expect.
All right.
150 to 200 feet per round of water slamming you into well-made, rock-hard pathways that y'all facilitated over the last several weeks. And boy, oh boy, you guys do good work. That path is sturdy.
Would it matter what side they breached from?
Yes. The way the canal is designed, it is very much designed because I said to the monument, but basically the inlet goes just outside above the city. They didn't want to burrow under Breachill itself, and the outlet goes below.
Yeah.
And it's very much like a diagonal inlet feed where which will create like I say a fork, but it's a tiny forked offshoot in the northern part of the river that should come through, fill your area, and then head out the other side and should blow out and make it naturally an outlet on the other side. You could do it, but it'd be a lot slower and messier of a breach, and it might compromise like the breach points. Worse says this is the quick way. It's basically the ripping the band-aid off way, and that's how they've built it and designed the canals to be breached.
Oh, but more like, does it matter if they breach from the currently dry inside or from the water outside?
Not really.
Okay.
You could be, I guess you'd be more risk with you guys. Fuck it, because we'll say Unmei, you've heard the conversation. You're welcome to be here as well. So everyone can chime in the conversation.
I mean, if you're going from the outside of the wall and you're punching in, then you at least
have
won't
the debris. And
you
could hypothetically have a rope tied around you or something.
Potential.
Try not to get ripped in half.
Worse.
I also have like a Feroz form or a Pharaoh's form where I could just be made of iron and sink.
Yeah, I got nothing. I was like, do I have any spells or knowledges or anything that I could use to help with this? Nope.
Resistance 10 to physical damage.
The biggest issue you'd worry about going from the other side is there is a chance you're not perfectly centered in the impact because you're trying to guesstimate it,
Hmm.
and that could cause a whole collapse.
Well, I could be Earth Elemental and just take a peek and make sure I'm, or whoever's doing it is right in the center. I can merge through and see where the center of the opening is.
I mean,
I'll leave it to you all in figuring out how you want to do it, but this is the path.
if you could do that, you could also just make sure where you are aiming, and then like do your rock shaping shenanigans to open it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, what wouldn't even need to be in harm's way?
Well, you still be in harm's way. There's the range of the spell versus whether or not you get pulled into like
Oh, is it a touch?
yeah, I'd say
Oh.
this. If we were using it from the inside, then you just have to deal with the weight. If you're casting it from the outside, you have to be sure of your casting spot. If you do that, then you just have to avoid being sucked into the opening you just made.
I mean, let me see how many actions.
Flynn, so how much fun do you want to have with the danger and the challenge of it?
What do you mean?
Well, we're all kind of breaking down how to do this, but we have a variety of ways. So I'm aiming for the funnest way.
Moira just slowly turns to look at Grit. Like, I know what you're thinking. Why?
It's funner.
You don't think that Flynn is capable of doing it successfully?
I'm more concerned that Grit wants to do it.
I mean, I'm saying yeah.
I mean, Gerard would pick up Grit and just start dribbling him like a basketball.
Bouncy, 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 bouncy.
I think he's very capable as well.
Yeah.
Then you go for the 3-pointer.
Of outrunning flooding waters?
I wouldn't be trying to even outrun. No, yeah. See, I would try to surf. I feel like he might outrun it. I think it'd be much more interesting. I think you just do it better than me. I kind of want to see him do it instead. But
we could also just this is above ground, right? It's not. It's like not
Underground.
This is
way underground.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. There we go.
So basically, if you go down from where you are on the basement where your Phrasma Temple is, and you go down to the Estes Ring, this is built. The canal is built around the outer edges, or the outer circle of Estes Ring. It's basically like a donut of passageway, and then there is a passage going at that same depth. So we're talking sub-basement depth, all the way to the river on the either side of Breach Hill.
Gotcha.
So you're about like at least 20, maybe 30 feet down.
Here's another option if we want to spend a little bit more time setting it up.
mm-hmm.
Is there a possibility you can? I'm not sure if you guys already explored this. Dig a shaft down where somebody can jump out.
Well, I had one too.
Well, mechanically wouldn't that just fill as it is? The tunnel right now is is completely built, and the moment we pierce it, it opens to the river, and the river fills the tunnel and the tunnel complex.
But from above.
Worst comes, yeah. No, if you wanted to basically make a manhole near the river, that makes sense.
Oh, that actually, yeah.
If it's only 30 feet up, I can be out of that hole with a single jump.
Lickety split.
I think it's the last thing. It's probably a bit more than 30, but there's a lot. I think it's probably closer to 50 or 60, but either way,
Oh no,
you have
2 actions.
means. Yeah, 2 actions. You'll be fine. Because you guys are also on a hill, and this is like, basically, as I recall, it was below the elevation of Alesta's ring itself. So it's like a sub basement level. And then, like, it was dug down from there. But yeah, you have means. Or says the only thing you can magic a hole, right? The magic lot of you, by moving the dirt. I've seen a bunch.
Yeah.
You'd want to fill that hole the second you get your guy out of there. Otherwise, you're gonna get a geyser, and that compromise the. I mean, eventually it would work itself out, but you'd want to have your
Would it be a
spellcasters up
geyser?
and ready.
If
Just
it's
from all the
above the
water.
level, if it's above the level of the river, it shouldn't be a geyser.
It won't, not for long, but for a little while, you'd have water coming out, and it'd be a bit of a mess. I think it might be all right.
Yeah, we don't have a way to magically seal it again. Magic hates working that way, actually. It just lets us turn into mud. After that, we just summon walls to fill it.
All right.
Well, if that's not an option, that's fine. We'll go back to our original one.
Well, no, the pulling someone out definitely works. I said worst scenario, you'd have water come up behind you, but it would still overall the function would work. You would just want to fill that hole in afterwards.
I could also wait inside the earth with an arm out and head out and like just hold on to the person.
Is there any reason that we any reason we cannot breach from the other side?
There's precision, and it still leads to the same issue of you get sucked in.
You just have a lot of rope.
I mean,
honestly,
actually,
I think the idea of making the manhole is the best bet. If Flynn can break it and then get up the hole, I said we have means of closing it afterwards. You also want to rush it after him within the initial pressure.
So actually, if we were to angle said manhole, so instead of it being a straight up, it comes at an angle from the river. The flow of the water will be against the path of it. The pressure of it alone will the angle alone would keep it from building enough pressure to actually make a big flood. You just have to get into it and get high enough up the ramp of it before it would but to be out of range, and afterwards we can kind of just take our time filling it up. So we just have to angle it, and it's more of a ramp tunnel than a straight up one. More digging, of course, but
with your guys' ability to just move rocks, with magic, it wouldn't be an issue.
Or even doing just like mid to stone, rock to stone, to like fill it up quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And if we push all the rocks you use to make it just outside the mouth, we can then just push them back in and solidify them.
Yeah.
Could also plug it with Chishik's big fat butt. But then surprise enema is not a good idea.
That's something you usually want to be aware of.
What we can do is this then. Let's take one more day to build up all the systems, like with the magic and all that. Because, I mean, how long will it take for us to set it with the spells? I'd be using my level 5. Lorelai would be using a couple of her level 5s, and I think.
I could also do Wall of Stone just for a quick patch while you then actually go to fill it fully.
Yeah, we can use that, just kind of make the supports of it, so that way it doesn't. So that way it will sustain the initial everything that happens. Yeah. So yeah, we'll do that, and tomorrow we'll do that. Flynn will blast the wall and get himself out before everything goes to hell, and If not, I feel he's more than confident to make it through anyways, but I think this will be fun.
All right. We'll plan for tomorrow then. We'll be there and ready to go. We'll wait till everyone's awake. We'll show up an hour later than usual, so it'll be just after dawn.
Well, if our plans are delayed, I should share that my weapon has been stolen.
What?
Yes.
So, where and how many fingers do we need in recompense for this?
Kovlar did all.
Yeah.
At any rate, we do not know who took it, but the dwarves of Kovlar are looking into it on my behalf. I've been informed that this evening a letter will be sent, giving me an update on the information.
Hold on, your pokey stick, time of need, right?
Correct.
Didn't Rushian say he wondered whatever happened to that lance because it kind of went on a wander on its own?
He did. I would be very upset with it if it decided to wander off without me.
Just to let you know.
It's up, boing, 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 boing.
I mean, that's fair, but it might have just. I'm throwing in the magical possibility.
I'm imagining it's making stealth checks, sneaking out the city.
John looking up, seeing it, his eyes pop out of his head. Tries to run, and he runs in place while his legs kick up dirt.
Time of need of vacation is at hand.
So, do you think it just would bounce back to Cantargo?
Well, wherever it is not within range of its ability, as I cannot swap between it and my bow currently.
Okay.
Can we scry it?
Checking your bow, you realize the rune you pulled from Taimanin to put on the bow is also missing.
Oh, what the fuck? This will not stand. But as of now, we have no information. So...
Can we scry to see where it is?
We would want to speak with Unmei in that case, yes?
Looks at Unmei.
Is Unmei part of it?
Yeah. What's up?
So they look to me, so I look to a ghost.
Yeah, what's
Yeah, hard to see me.
What does the fox say that the ghost say?
Do you have the ability to scry items, Unmei?
It was recently magically attached to that item, I think. So if you need a bridge, that might work.
I mean, I would assume that it was in Jiran's possession long enough that we would all recognize it as being Jiran's.
Oh,
So-
yeah. We're just trying to do magical. But yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, scrying by description has to target a creature, not an object.
Ah.
I was reading it to make sure.
Locate object spells or something like that.
I knew I should have married my staff or my polearm.
Yeah, if only spells like that existed. Yeah.
It says target one creature. So I'm like, does it say I can? Is creature like not specific enough? But it's because it even says you manage to scry on a creature of your choice. Scrying works like clairvoyance. Except the image you receive is less precise, insufficient teleport, and similar spells instead of Create an eye in a set location within 500 feet. You instead create an eye that manifests just above the target. You can choose the target either by name or by touching one of its possessions or a piece of its body. If you have the target in person, scrying DC is 2 lower, and if you're unaware of the target's identity, DC is 10 lower.
So I would say you could say person in possession of time of need, and it would just be a 10 lower DC. But it is possible, I'll say.
Yeah, we'll take a long shot personally.
Actually, I guess at that point, if someone is in possession of it, that actually would allow me to see who it is, or at least the chance at it.
So you just need the spell prepared, and you can do it. So I'd say you'd be able to do it tomorrow. Unless you have it prepared.
I'm a spontaneous caster.
Oh, you're a spontaneous caster. I forget. You're a.
Sorry, you come to me tomorrow. I'll have it prepared then.
Sorry. Yeah. It takes 10 minutes. You can do it.
No, the event of this current sequence ends tonight. We have to get it done now.
That's a 1,500 gold DLC.
Oh,
All right.
God. Is it horse armor?
Either by the fast pass. No, it's just a PNG of horse armor.
Fuck.
God. All right, Bethesda. All right. So you have a scrying dish in your occultism room. Jaron, you also know that. You spend time there.
Yeah.
So you going to scry the time of need owner?
I will attempt it.
Schwank.
Is the whole group going?
Oh, Grit's definitely going to be doing this. He
Yep,
wants to see how
might as well.
this magic works. Grit is going to attempt to replicate learning this spell from scratch by observation.
All right, Unmei. By normal, what's your DC? Your spell DC?
I think it's 36 right now. So let me see. Spell attack. Easiest way to find it out. No, not the damage. Grab the dice. I said not the damage. $24. The fuck? Alright, where the hell do I?
It looks like your spell attack roll for psychic is plus 27 normally, or it should be, making your DC plus 37.
Okay, I don't even know why my phase bolt's so low.
If you hit the little magnifying glass next to CL 15, it pulls up like the breakdown of like how many spells you have per spell level, your spell attack roll, your DC, how it's calculated. All right, so 30.
Oh, master, what the fuck? It puts me
Yeah, it
at
says master.
36. No, it was. I just put it to master. It was at expert.
Well, the thing I'm looking at is showing master.
But I hit the next to CL 15. I hit the magnifying glass, and it said expert.
Oh, weird. When I first told you it was 27, it said M for me.
Oh, it did not for me. That's why I still had 24. And now it's up to.
It's still 27 to me. And still plus 37.
And I still see 36.
Weird. What the hell? Yeah, I see. So Ka plus
User error.
5, M 21, and then item bonus plus 1.
It doesn't have the item bonus for me.
You're doing the one right above cantrips, right below focus spells?
I just
The
did
one
the
above-
psychiatric. I have to do it to each of them, I think, to make sure they're all right. Yeah, focus spells still shows 15.
It's missing. Yeah, the item. Boop. And then proficiency. Oh god.
There. I
Okay,
put
cool.
master.
Huzzah! I added the plus 1 for you. Oh yeah, cool. Hey, happy we found that out. So you weren't lowballing yourself. Cheers. Educational purpose.
He's balling.
Unmei ballin'.
And while Unmei is performing his spell, could I attempt an Arcana check to try to like effectively use my feet to the whole one that lets me use learn spells if I have access to them. Essentially, try to learn what he's doing through observation for this ritual.
I mean, I could just spend.
I know
time
you
with
could teach me,
it.
but I know I'm trying to. Grit's trying his own challenge at this. I know you're happy to show me, but
Ancient Chinese secret.
I'm trying to challenge myself. So, may I roll the Arcana check for that?
Yeah.
Damn.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I think I know how to do this. Excellent.
You know it is a 6th level spell.
Awesome. When I learn 6th level spells next time I level up, I will attempt to inscribe it.
Nice.
That's awesome.
I was like, you probably have the means of like getting it prepared. You don't have the means to yet cast it.
Yeah.
You're able to follow it and like memorize it. You have it written down. You don't have the skills yet. So I'd say you'll have it when you hit level 6 spells.
Yay.
All right. Well, you spend 10 minutes casting, and you come upon a scene looking down in your giant scrying orb, and it is a group of 2 young humans, a dwarf, and an elf. One of the humans is female. The rest of the adventuring group is male. You see in particular, the front leading of the group is a human male on a brown horse that is indeed holding your lance and
Yeah, my lance.
actively fighting orcs. He is noticeably injured and is basically running down and trying to stab at a large group of orcs while a heavily armored dwarf individual fights near them. The female human is seemingly being kept in the back and wears vestments similar to Moira's, but are Desnan in nature. And the elf is making pot shots at some of the flanking orcs. The area around them does seem to be plains, but its exact location is hard to discern. Actually, everyone's there. You can attempt to make a society check.
Society.
Society.
Sauce.
Ooh.
I don't know anything about society.
Damn.
Society.
Dang, more Unmei so big.
All right. Looking at the area, some of the markings on the individuals, and particularly the orc tribes, you pinpoint that this is likely in the mountains. What are they called? The Mind Spin Mountains that stretch through Nidal, Multhun, near Mathis, and Oprak. The exact location is a little hard to discern, but you're able to pinpoint with your knowledge. It's likely on the northwestern edge of Multhun, which is a nation over from where you guys are, and far, far away from Kovlar.
Okay, what the fuck?
So if I was a betting goblin and something tells me I should get into more betting, I should have made a wager on my earlier theory.
There's a lot of fingers to remove.
Well,
So many fingers.
depending on how this fight goes, you might be late to removing the fingers.
Yeah, everyone sit down,
They
gather
are
around.
not doing great.
Well, I guess I'll just go pick it up.
Everyone just break out their popcorn.
I mean, I'm rooting for
Rune,
them.
can you enhance? Make the vision bigger, like a projector.
So after the fight, fights are quick. You guys know this. It's about 40-something seconds into the fight. The horse is injured, sending the rider off, who, as he stands, holds his hand and switches to a longsword magically, and begins fighting the orcs. Though the vision of them is a little off, as you then see Geron's lance strapped to his wounded horse that is being attended by the human cleric. The fight goes on about 2.5 minutes before the orcs are routed. Though the dwarf falls unconscious, so it's only temporary, and it seems to be gotten up. And the injured human is still there. The other two seeming overall mostly uninjured. The fate of the horse is not yet determined, though it does
Okay,
appear that the archer is attending to the beast.
well, I need to get there. I need to heal that horse. They don't know what they're doing.
No, they don't.
Can I fit in your companion
Oh,
pocket?
With that society, I did it for the terrain, but yeah, actually, to all of you guys would bet these what's it called, adventurers, probably around the 7th or 8th level, as far as like strength is assessed for you adventurers.
Okay, so there's a human, an elf, a dwarf.
2 humans, male human, female human, a dwarf, and an elf.
Do any of them look fairly nondescript, generic?
What?
Like they would just easily blend into a crowd and not be noticed, like a few cultists that we shouted down.
No.
No? Okay.
Not particularly. Oh no, none of them were the androgynous individuals you ran into that you freed. You also know those people were way more skilled than the noobs you just saw
Fair.
fighting orcs.
Well, okay. Does anything stand out with them as far as like we can tell? Okay, the one is a Desmond cleric. Can we tell kind of what sort of class or abilities or whatever that would determine kind of what the other people are?
You get a read that the male human who had the lance is a fighter with the cavalier archetype. The dwarf appears to be a fighter with some kind of maybe a stalwart on him. He carries a war axe, actually similar to what Jiron is carrying now, and a shield himself. He doesn't remind you of any of the orcs that you guys have, or the dwarves you guys have seen, likely hailing from somewhere else. The elf actually has marks on it that you guys associate him with the nation of Near Mathis.
Oh.
Considering
I missed.
they're
I
doing
missed what you
shit
said they are.
poor, is there anything that can be done to help them out? Or am I just going to witness their funeral?
Well, the orcs have routed temporarily, and they seem to be recovering at the moment. What's it? it appears that both the cleric and the ranger know some preliminary amateur level first aid. And the ranger you actually see is able to manifest a heal animal spell that he leads the recovery effort with before switching to using bandages and whatnot.
Amateur.
Moira, they are super amateur. You remember when you were never this green in first aid ever.
I mean, look, I had to have been level 0 at one point.
No, you were born with a bandage in one hand and a scalpel in the other.
I was
I'm sorry,
just
I
too
missed
late to
where-
save my father.
Where generally they look to be, which like mountains you said?
The
Region?
name. The Mindspin Mountains. They don't quite get to Ishgar. But I can actually do this. Doot. And then in the Age of Ashes channel.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, there's somewhere along those. You could definitely tell by just the way the sun is, knowing that it's these mountains by like some of the foliage on it, the terrain layout. You guys just be insanely knowledgeable on everything. That these are definitely this mountain range. It doesn't seem like it goes northern than near Mathis. So they're either on the northern edge of Multhune or right on the border of Opric and near Mathis somewhere.
And if I remember, Lake and Carthen, the other side of that, the eastern side of that, is where Kintargo is, right? Or is Kintargo
No,
west of that?
Kintargo
The
is
other side of
way
Nadal,
west.
right?
Way west of it. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. Oh, that's right.
If you
It's Nadal. That's right.
Actually, the border doesn't even hit. The western border of Nadal goes to Ravenel, and then it's halfway across Ravenel.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
I can actually just do.
That helped my brain kind of put this all together.
No, of
Okay.
course. There you go.
Ah, perfect.
And that star is Kintargo, because it's the
Gotcha.
capital of Ravenel.
Do we know where roughly Kovalar is in relation to all this?
Yep. Woo boop. So Kovalar is right
Oh,
below the left side of the M.
Which M?
Of mountain.
Five Kings Mountain.
Okay.
Yeah, Five Kings Mountain. If you look closely, you'll see there's a tiny dot on the left side of the M.
Yeah. Okay.
That is Kovalar.
So maybe they have a way to like teleport from.
I mean, either way,
Yeah.
it's a ways from
Yeah,
any
maybe
of our gates that we know of.
yeah.
Well,
Maybe
like
maybe they
spells,
have a magical dwarven gate that we've never heard of.
Proper Ayudara.
Can you use like, although maybe it's too high a level? Yeah, because like interplanar teleport, could you still teleport from one part of this plane to another part of this plane with
I
it?
mean, at least to me, it looks like they only traveled a few inches.
Sorry, let me put this in a proper perspective. There's the scale at the bottom left.
Okay, so it's only a few of these 100 kms you people are talking about.
Yeah, just a handful of those.
And more 50 me's.
So many 50 me's.
Just just about 20 of those 100 kms or so.
So
Yeah, give or take a 50 me.
I have to actually kind of twist the map to get all this in. For actually perspective, while I'm at it.
Oh yeah, what's that spell? Yeah,
For reference, if you look at this, because I actually have it up. You guys see where Ishkar is? Cyrodiil is near Narland. It's actually Narland is in the realm of Cyrodiil. In the top right of the screen.
okay.
Oh, I wonder why it's called the Boarwood.
They're actually very wealthy.
No, boar, not poor.
Oh,
I don't even see Boarwood.
on the right, it's in a small
Oh
font.
yeah, in
Yeah, to the
Galt.
right of Galt.
Portwood is a different place.
But
Mhm. There's actually. Go ahead.
Narland actually spans noticeable distance farther than that screen goes, going east. It's about like half of it. The map isn't particularly updated. Narland as a whole is just kind of noted for what it has been up to an unclaimed area with a handful of smaller settlements on a river. But there's not much information known to it.
Jerron, what do you think?
Well, it's still very vague where we could find them. Although I don't enjoy the idea of another running around with my property. I was not done with it. I still needed to make money off of it. It could have waited until it was in the dwarf's hands and then jumped away.
So
True, but
none of
maybe
them really
Pharasma
seem
had
like
other plans
thieves,
for it.
though. Does the ranger at least look particularly stealthy?
It's hard to tell with how they're what's it called, posing themselves right now. They're literally just putting first aid on a horse. So the same way Grit looks stealthy when he's walking around chatting with everybody.
Fair.
um,
I
But-
figured we got a few levels. Worth asking.
Would they have access to like 4th or 5th level spells?
They might barely have access to 4th level spells. It's very unlikely they have access to 5th level spells from what you've seen.
Oh, okay. It was translocate that I was trying to remember from Celestine's thing. It's not a primal spell though. But yeah, I thought there was one where you could. I thought like I could have sworn you could up it, maybe upcast, and you can go anywhere on the same continent or on the same plane.
No, not a
Super
translocate
high
is
level.
basically a variant of Dimension Door. It's a pretty close range teleport. You can get up to a mile if you upcast it, but that's about it. And it's unlikely, looking at the adventurers you're seeing, that they're able to hit anything of that nature. They don't seem strong enough to cast magic of that level. And from what you've seen, none of them appear to have wizard or arcane or access to arcane, occult, or occult spells. The ranger looks to have some preliminary primal spell casting, and the cleric is a religious spellcaster.
I'm also starting to believe that
So
perhaps
maybe
this
not
was the
nature's
will of the
pathway.
weapon.
How long does scry work?
Clairvoyance. Unless it says on it, up to 10 minutes.
Okay. Well, you see them starting. They're still working on getting their first aid. As you can see, the orcs in the distance, starting to rally. The individual, seeing his horse is still down, keeping the longsword he has out, and stepping up with the dwarf. You see for a moment inside of his shield, he picks up a Iomide holy symbol, says a few words, and drops it, and as they prepare for the orc charge. And the 10 minutes elapses.
Religion check. I feel
Iomide
would be in order.
teleportation.
Go ahead.
We
What was that? Make your religion check. What was that, Lorelai?
I said Iomide teleportation.
You gather by how he brandishes his holy symbol, he is not a divine caster. That prayer was merely a guy praying to his god before he likely met his end to a bunch of very angry-looking orcs.
And it's going to be in the hands of orcs now.
Yep.
That's a much more reasonable target for me to go after violently.
Oh, the horse is probably gonna die.
Alas, poor horsey.
Don't worry. I don't think those
I want
orcs
to kill
will
him
face
just
it.
for that.
Well, if the weapon's name is indicative of anything, this is the time they needed it most. Perhaps that is what it sought out. Perhaps when I need it again, it will return.
Like the
Until
sword of
then.
Gryffindor.
Yes, that I think.
It was a story I read.
Oh.
A fictional one, but it's pretty cool. Sword came out of a hat when you needed it.
Ooh, sword hat.
It's very convenient. But in the meantime, I will need to find another way to pay for the weapon I commissioned.
How much money do you need?
Let's see, reviewing everything back again. Well, no, I have enough money. But then my pockets will be empty.
Oh. Better empty pockets than empty bowels.
What?
At least, in the way that that guy's about to have them.
Whoa. I hope that he just was able to teleport his longsword into his hand and actually attached the other rune to a roll of toilet paper.
All right.
Well, Grit satisfied at his conspiracy theory.
Nothing else for it to do now. It's too nondescript and too far away for us to make any major endeavors without wasting time. I'll wait for the note. Hopefully there'll be more news.
I have no magic that'll get me there instantly. It's up to fate to make them heroes, and well, good luck. Good luck, young heroes.
And not too much luck, though, just enough to survive.
Mhm.
All right. Well, you do also know that you're apparently getting notified about your ongoing quest this evening, so who knows what that will have in store.
Yeah. Well, it is only now time to let Pharasma decide if they will continue or not.
Mhm.
Back to the issue at hand with this water.
Indeed. Well, I think you guys had planned that you're going to make a manhole at an angle that goes opposite of the water, so it'll be easier to get in and out of. I think, but Finn, are you going to 1-inch punch the wall? Or what's your plan?
Punch.
I don't know. What are you going to, I don't know what you have planned.
No, I thought they have a way to break through the wall. Just use their pick or something. Or, I don't know.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I can get you a pick to punch through the wall. I just feel like that would be harder for you to do than use your own hand.
I could just punch the wall.
I don't think picks measure up to your fist. I mean, he could have said he was leaving up to you guys, however you guys want to break the wall. It's whatever you guys have planned.
There's lots of ways to break the wall.
Throw a Charcos at it.
I
could
like
just
those
try to
Charcos
break the
fights.
wall in a way to do enough damage that it'll slowly crumble to try and give me enough of a chance to get out.
Mhm.
I mean, if we transmute it to mud,
Then you'll be down there.
it's thick. Yeah, but will that give like a couple of seconds, a few seconds to before like all of the water comes bursting through, and then you also don't have to worry about the like stone debris.
You'd have your last action before the water took its turn.
Grit, do you still have all that much oil?
How far away would we be making the tunnel down
How far away from?
from where the opening is, where the wall is that we're gonna break?
Up to you guys.
I'd say pretty close because we can't like put it too far away because then we might as well just be riding the thing all the way back. So once the
Mhm.
water reaches it and overflows it, then ideally I can be right next to it so I can just jump up into it.
Mhm.
Well, that's what I'm like. Or it could, if it's not too far, then I turn it to mud, and then my last action to move up.
Are you a good climber?
Hold on, I'm looking at something. I can do a high jump and a long jump as a single action. I have quick jump.
How big is the tunnel? How tall is the tunnel?
Well, it depends on how high, like how deep we dig the.
No, I mean the tunnel way
Entrance
that
tunnel.
you'd be
No,
standing
like
in.
it's gonna be at least 6 feet tall. Can you clear 6 feet with a single action? Because if any part of you gets hit by the water, you better be ready
Yeah.
to get
Yeah,
pulled
you
in.
go swim through it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could ride the water for a bit and then turn into a water elemental or something if I need to. But,
Okay, so there's actually a couple.
but
Yes,
I mean, the
maybe.
high
That's a
jump.
big maybe because trying to transform while getting battered is the thing. You'd want to be
Tried to
the
cast while
elemental
being
before.
smashed against the rocks. Yeah, I doubt.
Yeah, the elements
Well-
won't be your friend until you become them.
Yeah,
So
but
that's all.
I'm saying, okay, high jump and long jump.
Yeah, I have that too.
How far
But-
do they go? Like,
It's a
What is-
check, but it's usually
For you?
for high jump inches, maybe a foot.
Well, a couple feet.
and
I think
Yeah,
it's
high
like
jump is a
literally
lot
a
more
DC
generous in Path 2.
I think literally a DC 20 is 3 feet.
They said high jump is a lot more generous in Path 2.
Yeah,
It's maybe 3 feet. Or actually, that might be a DC 30.
yeah.
To jump more than 6 feet is like 40 minimum, I believe.
well, I have a speed of 35. I mean, also I could just run to the opening
Oh,
and somebody
8
waiting
feet
there
is
to just
40.
like grab me and pull me up.
So it's actually the same DC as in P1.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you think you can make a DC 40?
Could I substitute acrobatics
No.
for it?
No,
to,
there's
like,
a specific
usable?
class for that. Acrobat, actually.
Yeah, specifically high jump is a very much athletics thing.
Acrobatics is stuff that has to do with like balance and nimbly going around. Athletics are the strength side of the sports. So anything like a jump is more clearly like using like your leg strength to jump as high as you can or as far as you can.
That's why there's the acrobat dedication. If you want to,
Yeah.
if you want to fly gracefully, there's a whole dedication for that specifically.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I do have as a reaction. What's it called? Oh, did I not put it in here? I meant to put it in here, but the it's like blasting something. Basically, as a reaction, then it's like a huge burst of wind towards the force, and then it'll like push me back. So I could do that like back into the tunnel.
How many actions does it take to cast it?
It's a reaction. So I could run up to it and then as the water hits me reaction, I blast back, blast upwards, aim it down, blast upwards.
It could work, I guess.
I'm trying to look it up again so I can get the exact words.
Any other ideas from people?
I mean, it looks like Lorelai wants to handle it. If she can do that by herself, then that's the case.
I mean, preparing a method of extraction is probably the only other thing to address, but just in case.
So no one else has any ideas or things they'd like to put forward?
I mean, we were having the other plan, but
Also
if you just
hazed
want to do the
before.
rock to mud, she can go ahead and do most of it by herself then.
What was your other plan, Key?
I mean, if we're going to be going through all the effort of putting in the manhole so someone can go through it quickly, how many casts do we need to do it? Because we still need to have enough casts in order to do the rock to mud. Failing that, the advantage of doing the last rock to mud is just so that way we're not getting hit by rocks on the way down, which is not something you're worrying about if you're not getting hit on the way down.
Makes sense.
So the whole point of all of this is just we're trying to figure out how we want to bust it safely and get on out. Now, if we just want to sit a caster at the end of the tunnel, cast it, and have them get out, we can do that. We could also just have a guy who can literally melt stone with his fist, melt the stone with his fist, and while the rest of us have to struggle to fly, he can literally walk on air at all times, just something he does. I mean, and if we're really worried about it, I could also cast haste on him first, so he'll have an extra amount of how fast he is.
I mean, it's ultimately all y'all's decision, but that sounds like a good idea to me.
So, I mean, I just depends on how we want to do this. I think Flynn would have a lot of fun doing it, and I kind of want to see him do it.
Flynn, do you like that idea?
Yeah, that's what I've been pushing for. But if Lorelai really is dead set on getting herself killed, I'm down.
I'm not. I'd rather people do this safely than anybody have a chance at dying.
I'm not going to
If we
continue.
have that option.
I will be on standby for if anybody gets hurt either way.
All right.
Oh yeah, if
Alright.
someone gets caught in that who can't survive it, they're dead.
Yeah. Like I have
take us forever to get them out, and by that time,
Yeah. I might be able to do it, but I'd have to first prep a water breathing spell on myself. If I don't have that, I die. I think I might be able to swim through it. I think. I
was
don't
just
have the
gonna
same
cast
confidence
water
at
breathing
saying.
on everybody that's going
Yeah.
down, since it's up to 5 people.
All right. Well, seems like you guys have a plan. What's it called? So we will go with that. It'll go off tomorrow.
Okay, yeah. No, let's do it.
All right.
Perfect.
So, you guys will want to probably set that off tomorrow morning. So you guys will have all your spells ready and prepared. So is anything? It's still early. I'll jump over to what's it called? More. I will say this is you popped into this after your initial preparations and whatnot, but before your sermon started, you've already had need of you and you got pulled into it.
Yeah.
I imagine you gotta do your sermon, and then are you still gonna visit a catch sermon?
Yeah.
Cool. This is good because she would join you for yours. You would also notice there are 17 people here more than there ever has been for your sermons before.
Okay, no pressure.
You notice a handful of actually well-dressed people. You've actually seen them the 1 or 2 times you've been in the Wizard's Grace, along with a various other handful of like merchants and whatnot who don't immediately ring a bell, and several more guards. Sure enough, Alec is actually there. He doesn't usually attend your stuff, but him and 3 other Hell Knights are joining and watching your sermon. So they stand in the back of the room.
Question:
Yeah.
Was this happening before or after the events we just discussed?
This is after.
Okay, Geron's waiting on the note. He'd be there too, just to support.
All right. Anyone else going to the sermon?
If I can take a break from my studies to watch the sermon, yes.
Oh yeah. What's it called? This will be just like basically you guys have been deliberating this. You guys did your initial all your spell casts, like get that going,
Mhm.
and then popping in to whatnot. That was basically handled as Moira did her initial preparations. Flynn did his morning training. Everyone did their basically early morning routine,
Yeah.
and then you handled Geron's information, the scry.
Okay, then yeah, I definitely would be there to catch the sermons. Got Peps, got the squad coming in.
Yeah,
Squad
I'll be
goals.
there.
So many people.
Better be good, Moira.
Ah,
We all have
Moira's
Moira's
on.
It's about halfway through your sermon that you realize the grid is once again watching from the rafters as opposed to normal seating.
You can see Grit when Crit decide. Well, you're like one of the few people who because you used to see yourself checks. Like even you are the one person who has a small chance at see you and Lorelai have a small chance at seeing Grit if Grit doesn't want you to see him. Aside
Just
that
little,
Bishop
like,
disappears for reality.
Gremlins just being all creepy up in the rafters. Jump scare when you look up.
perception is like one of my top 3 skill scores.
Oh, I know. Like you are really, really good at perception. That's why you are only person who has the thing. Just Grit has stuff where even if he fails, he succeeds. So
Yeah.
It's okay. I'll just hit grit with my level
Yeah.
9 spell.
Fairy fire.
damn. Max height and fairy fire. Bro.
Just fairy fire
It's
everywhere.
unrelenting
Everybody hits fairy
observation.
fire.
For 1 hour, I just go, I see you no matter where you are.
You know, the funny thing is, next level, that spell doesn't even work on me.
Just put on
So I gotta use
Tremor
it for
sense.
now.
Tremor sense blind fight.
No.
I think all of those don't work on grid either.
Yeah, nothing works on Grit. Like
I have currently all spells meant to scry me. Actually, you still have to get through the auto dispel check that goes off anytime you target me with a. I have a lot of redundant barriers currently. I haven't retrained them yet. Good old
You
Even
say
the senses that aren't
redundant.
like directly targeting you.
Yes. My possessions also benefit from these protections. Peripheral things around me benefit from it. If you scry me,
The guy got true sight.
all my stuff is just invisible. It's kind of fun.
True Sight lets you see things through illusions. Grit is just able to practically hide from people.
Oh yeah, no. Next level when I get my blank thing, it voids true sight. Yeah, like it's one of those actively fuck off kind of things. Like all divinations that are not artifact or higher level than me fail.
There's a reason when you guys have met NPCs, they either are surprised you have a goblin, or they'll say, you're the other one we know travels with them, but we'll always make a point of saying they don't know who Grit is, because Grit is impossible to find.
There are
like-
rumors about me, and that's all there are, and I'm happy for it.
Like people know that your party will address someone who isn't there, and like there's planning and whatnot, and they're like, okay. And higher level people is like, okay, he's warded against scrying and this and that. But people just like, okay, there's a particularly stealthy individual who moves with the group.
No, I'm pretty sure everybody just believes that we all have a secret, like a imaginary friend.
We just have a group tulpa.
You're not sure until your group walks in and there's also a goblin with you. And it's like,
No, maybe that's just a goblin that helped out. Oh no, that goblin's with them. Okay.
That's the one. That's the one. And actually, as your guys' fame has gradually rose, Flynn is the most known of your group, followed by Moira, but more and more people are starting to know of you from just your guys' presence. And Grit is definitely a prominent figure in that, as he tends to be one of your leading faces.
Grit being
Next
the
level, I
face of
start
the
scaring people to
party
death.
while also being the one that can't be seen is kind of amazing.
It's pretty funny.
I am seen when I want to be seen. In fact, I am peacocking when I want to be seen.
All right. Well, so yeah, you guys, everyone who wishes to attend. So people in attendance are Grit and Giron. Does anyone else
Flynn.
show up from orders? And Flynn?
Yeah, I saw it as well.
Oh, sorry, I missed that. Sometimes I miss things in the chaos of conversation.
Yeah, you know, you did.
Yeah,
Cool.
Sierra and I will be there.
All right, Lorelai will be there. Unmei, what are you up to?
Same thing I am every night, Pinky. Teaching these
Starting
damn
with-
people common.
All right.
We're gonna find out that Unmei's never been doing any of the things he's been saying he's doing. He just constantly goes back to Kovlar and gambles.
No, he's
Several
not
of,
allowed to do that anymore.
He's took on a disguise.
I just have the Groucho Mark glasses.
Hmm.
So it's funny when it comes to retraining feats in my plans. Them Groucho Mark glasses are gonna be coming in handy.
All right. All right. And then after that, would anyone follow those who are going down to the city for the God Claw sermon?
I'll pull an all-nighter learning more, but yeah, I'll go.
All right. I guess we'll say this will still count like your 8 hours of downtime beyond like the 8 hours of work you're doing.
Yeah.
So more, or I don't more. You're going, right?
Yeah.
Grit, and you're Grit going. Anyone else? Or the people break off to
I'll
their own
go
tasks?
just because I'm
a
curious,
guy.
not because I'm going to enjoy it.
Not that I like it or anything, but
like this. I guess I'll just go.
I'll go. I'm gonna complain the whole time.
I
It's
maintain a
God
good
Claw.
working relationship with a cat. I feel like when I can make a present to her sermons, it helps.
That's a good point. I'll go, if nothing else, than to make connections.
But Moira is ready to take more notes.
Just to like contradict everything that's said.
No, I'll make connections. See all the important people there.
makes sense. How about you,
Make
Jerron?
good
Ma-
relations.
John will hang back. He's still waiting for the message, and yeah, he doesn't have the same level of interest
Oh,
in
yeah.
the cat.
You're you said it won't come until this evening, and it is still morning. Or that you've been
Oh.
told it wouldn't be show up till the evening.
Oh, I thought as you said it was later in the day.
Oh no, this is still the morning. This is like right after daily preparations.
Gotcha. My bad.
You guys did all your daily stuff. Grit and Lorna did all their spell casting on stuff. Moira did her sitting on the wall and praying and everything. Then you addressed your scrying thing. Then more did her morning Sunday school, and now they're going for the late morning God Claw thing before it goes into doing her what's it called, counselor stuff.
Okay, Duran will.
You don't have to by any means. You can do it. You can do something else. Feel free. No pressure. Like Unmei's in your basement teaching monkeys how to talk. So like,
Monkeys and frogs.
That's racist.
And right, and right.
right.
He's giving them typewriters.
What's it called? Yeah. I will say, Unmei, the kobolds who aren't who aren't particularly great at common also attend your lessons by volunteer, despite your methods. They are just as terrified, but you notice that they actually try to keep a brave face despite the hauntings you do. You also notice Hezo has teacher's pets and is by no means mean to any of them the way she is to everyone else.
Well, the main thing is for me is so it's test time. Who does the best?
All right. Hezo would say since they're arriving, they're just arriving, they should be kept from the test as they have not taken lessons to learn yet.
Well, they're taking the test. I need to see where everybody is.
Yeah, it's
That
just
makes
like the
sense.
baseline assessment for them.
She asked if she would at least they'd not be punished as they've suffered more than they should have to in an entire lifetime.
Oh yeah, they have a little bit of grace, but I still need to know where they're at.
She thanks you. She lets you know that when she referenced before that she disliked the Charakas and Bogarts for tormenting and torturing her people. These are those people.
Yeah.
All right. And
Also, Juron will not go. He has other plans now.
all right, what's Euron doing?
Juron's going to be
got it.
yeah.
What?
Juron's going to research wildlife, not just local wildlife, but in a wildlife up to a 2 days travel away. Kind of just like gauging things as he's going to try to find other or whatever medium-sized creatures patrol the area.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be a nature check. You can go ahead and toss it in. I'll jump to the people and I'll jump back.
No worries.
All right. When you guys head down to Breacho, it is like a mile walk down to get there. The Hell Knight or the guards and some of the other individuals, which you actually notice, several of the former town guards or still town guards, but now have the markings and gear of Hell Knight armigers, crowd around your group, eager to chat and hear about your guys' journey and everything you've gone through. What's it called? Alex says that they usually will just talk his ear off about you, but he's only so informed. And yeah, they are quite excited to hear what you guys have been through, and they have piecemeal of your information. And they tend to spread themselves amongst everyone who is there.
Mhm.
Would you guys indulge them?
Oh, Grit is always down to give them the best tale.
Like this
Cool.
isn't like during a cat sermon, right?
No, this is just walking the mile back to town.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Neat.
He's
You
not-
get a number of compliments from them, and actually some of the nobles who keep their distance from the guards, whatever order they may or may not be part of. But they give polite nods, and you notice that you get that same like lump heavy sum of donations. A little bit even heavier today, as you notice that each noble kind of makes a point to show up the one who donates before them, not to be outdone by the commoner who would dare be in such a rush to donate, unlike them, as this cascades through your congregation. How about you, Lorelai? Would you humor the guards?
Oh, I wasn't going.
Oh, you're not going. All right, perfect.
But she would instead, because it's really important. She has a cat with a new outfit that we got to try on, test out.
Okay.
She'll do like some spells or whatever to make it like really cold in the area and see how Sarah feels if the stuff is working.
Yeah, the stuff all works well.
All right, and then she will be getting food for the serpents and letting them know that tomorrow is the day. They get to
They're
go to their new
excited.
home. So yeah, she'll go put the net out for some fish, do a little nature, influence nature, and then go maybe like hunt a little bit.
All right. Yeah, well, you guys were handling all the initial stuff. The main Charakas and Bogart did the main hunt, but a little extra hunting to get some more food never hurts. At the sermon, Aket actually seems to largely focus on Flynn of your guys' group. And a lot of her teachings are very Iomedaean in nature. She says generally Iori in nature. and not solely on such, but she comments, gesturing to Grit on how Iori is the god of enlightenment and pushes the knowledge of all things, and how Grit, um, despite being a goblin that would be underestimated by most, is one of the most knowledgeable beings she is aware of. Self-perfection is personified very easily in Flynn, and you notice a number of the farmers or outer town individuals that you've worked with Flynn are here, and they nod, and actually some of them inappropriately cheer at your name. Iori focuses a lot on healing, which is personified none better than Moira, and inner strength, which she said is held in all those she shares a domicile with. And after that, in the same faction, she talks about the pitfalls of the opposite of these things, maintaining ignorance where you don't know what's going on, you can't prepare for threats. That she doesn't need to go into the details of not knowing how to heal or being weak and easily controlled or dominated by others. Letting yourself become lazy and slothful where you become overweight, which she is unapologetic in pointing out one of the fatter people in the audience when she comments on people lacking a necessity for self-perfection and how bad that can be to your standing, your health, and the longevity of your life. She's not cruel in how she says it, but she very much shames the guy.
I'd like to report the GM for metagaming and calling me out.
Shut up, Ruben. And he's shamed. But then she rounds it back to, but everyone starts somewhere. Faith is something that is found by all. She herself was a very radically different person prior to the Wars of North. But finding the right faith and the motivation to perfect yourself and dismiss the weaknesses of chaos, slothfulness, is how you attain a more perfect inner self and outer strength. And her sermon kind of goes to that nature today, very much talking about ways you can, perfect yourself and better yourself to be more orderly, more structured. She talks about maintaining your equipment, whether it's farm equipment or armor or a weapon, that it not break when you need it most. And how being slothful and negligent of things can lead to bad things happen in the worst of time. Resulting as loss of life for a warrior or worse. She then ends it in the usual way of asking how people have bettered themselves in the same kind of manner, what people have done to pursue inner strength, to become more knowledgeable, and takes a few answers from people say they've read a book that they know. One person's learning how to read despite the fact that he's already showing grays in his beard and hair. And one person comments on how they've learned how to do bandaging ever since the Church of Desna isn't here. That they thought it'd be more appropriate to learn how to tend their own wounds, so they've taken up training first aid.
Wow.
And
taking work away from the little son.
And she wraps up her sermon that way, thanks everyone for coming, and says she has to go help perfect the city with the rest of the counselors. Moving from there, let's see. Jiran, you know that there is various temperate plains wildlife here. Nothing too immensely strong, but you could find a lot of more temperate or mountain-oriented wildlife in this region. Is there anything specific you're looking for?
Things that are agile.
If you head just east of your town, there are mountain lions and other such creatures that dwell in the hills. You guys can see the hills and whatnot directly to your guys' east, from where you guys live. Yeah, because you guys are right on the very, honestly, tail end of the Five Kings Mountains. Is they wrap around and make that like U, and you guys are in the foothills of those mountains. So if you go east or southeast, you could likely find mountain cats and whatnot that would fit that descriptor.
Perfect. I'm gonna go wrestle some mountain lions.
All right.
If I could find some cubs, even better. Put those in a bag.
Putting cubs in the bag. Um,
You're gonna
all right.
steal babies?
Why not?
It's not stealing. It's just redistributing them.
Yeah.
Conquering them.
The cat distribution
Do raise
system
as
does that work?
pets or guard cats?
I'm gonna create a group of
To be
shark-
determined.
shock cavalry charukas.
All right. So you're looking for medium or large size animals?
They only need to be medium for them, right?
No, characters are medium creatures.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna have to. Yeah, they'll have to be large.
All right.
I'm trying to think what a charka is.
It's
Monkey
like a
person.
baboon person.
Yeah.
Oh, these are gonna be like mounts for them?
Yeah.
Actually, no, most Sharkos are small. So yeah, it would
Oh.
actually work.
Nice. My little like, crazy, like stealthy shock cavalry. The plan is a go.
Excellent.
We already have the training area, so might as well.
If only it could be like a litter of displacer beasts.
Oh, that would be
Extra
absurdly good.
All right.
If
How
Lorelai
is
get
your
a displacer
survival
beast
skill?
pet. Whew.
My survival skill is pretty good.
All right. All right. Make a survival check.
Okay. It's not amazing, but it's pretty good. I will re-roll that.
All right. You have a lot of hero points.
Yeah, and I've rolled only below 6 this entire session. There we go.
There we go. I know what it's like to not roll above a 5 on a skill check a whole night. I'm intimately familiar.
Feel like that's a recent thing.
Yeah, pretty recent actually. Right. Yeah. What's it called? Tracking. You're able to find what amounts to a leopard. As you approach, it attacks you. It is a fruitless endeavor for the leopard.
Yep, I will subdue it, tie its legs up.
All right. Well, it has an athletics DC of 18, so you bully the leopard.
Mhm.
But you are able to track down a litter. I'll be check. It had 2 small cubs.
Perfect. Duran's new pets.
Yeah, Duran has them now. What do you do with the leopard itself?
No, it'll come along. He's not going to separate the family.
All right. Noted. All right, Grit. How are you spending the rest of your day? Or you're studying Dwarven. I know that. Moira, you do anything else particular that throughout the day, or how do you do your downtime between like after the sermons and whatnot?
Probably split between spending time with Romulus and Remus, spending time with Mom, and
I was
whatever.
gonna say your mom would request.
What was that?
All right. Yeah, your mom would ask for time.
Yeah.
What's up, Moira or Unme?
Do Romulus and Remus have to learn common?
They know common.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, actually, your 2 dogs are more intelligent than most people.
And I think they're just
Oh.
they would be considered pets under the new regime, so like they don't have to
Serious.
speak, right?
Oh, they're definitely monsters.
Oh,
But
they didn't count them as her pets
no,
for legal purposes.
No, the winter wolves that walk out and say, "Hi, I'm Romulus." It's
No,
definitely
it's a party trick. Like Fry.
Yeah, you just like
Fry.
you just it's a collar. It's a collar that they wear that lets them speak. Translates.
They know what wargs are. And the but
They count
honestly-
Sierra as a pet, don't they?
yeah,
Kira doesn't talk, as
Yeah.
far as they know.
But she has a language. I speak to her in pirate
Yeah,
all the time.
and plenty of owners speak to their pets, but she.
I
doesn't
suggest you
talk.
don't let them hear
She
her
can
talk
actually
back.
speak
Yeah.
back, okay?
She probably can. If you let them know that, she's gonna suddenly have to get a license.
Yep.
yeah, someone's gonna have to become a citizen.
She's just my best.
Not if she can
friend.
talk.
Just a Kit Kat.
Not if she can talk.
Just a kitty
This is
cat.
why we're letting you know.
Awesome.
Don't let her talk in front of the Hell Knights. Unless you want her to have to learn common too.
Yep.
She'll be sitting in on Unmei's lectures.
Yeah.
And then she'll just like burn him if he makes her mad.
Then she'll get fucked up in the head.
I'm pretty sure Cyril loses the fight to Unmei.
She'll set the
I don't do
classroom
damn-
on fire.
Well,
Damn, I
then we
would've
have
had
then we
She's
have to
just-
evict the
she's-
cat for destroying our property. Bad kid.
She's just my pet. As far as everybody else is concerned.
I think that was the point the party was making. Keep that
Yes,
the case.
I know.
Unless you want to see the Unmei's new fiery cloak.
Can't skin her. She's made of fire.
I wouldn't underestimate Unmei.
The person who exclusively
Look,
deals with spirits.
The last
probably has
person
a
who
way do
threatened to
spirit
make
stuff.
her a coat it became a puddle.
Next thing you know, you walk in and Unmei's dating your mom and wearing your cap.
Are you
Anyway.
you think her mom would be okay with seeing Sierra as a coat?
I'm sure.
I mean, I'm sure it's
I'll
an
convince her.
impossible check. But
I'm sure it's
Like she wouldn't recognize it? Mm-mm.
Well, when the cat wasn't taken care of and tried to burn down my classroom, I had to take care of it. You should talk to your daughter about maintaining her pets better.
All right.
Anyway.
Now the whole grove, everybody get together.
We call that
Whole grove.
genocide.
Whole grove against just Unmei.
Why
Unmei's
would it be
dating the whole
just-
grove.
I don't think that's how that goes. Anyway, so yeah, so Moira, I'm gonna update notes. I have them somewhere, but I'm missing here. Might have deleted them. Geron's doing hunting stuff. Moira, sermons and time with mom and training Ron. Let's make a diplomacy check, Moira. As you continue to train them and better them. You don't nature them anymore. Not with your level of
Oh.
stuff. Cool. That was close. Grit, how are you spending the rest of your day? And what's going to be your usual day-to-day activity?
Okay, so after to.
Oh, you're doing dwarf trading. I know that. Sorry,
Yes.
I'm brain juggling information, losing
No
track of it. Learning dwarf, but aside today, you have any kind of usual things you're doing?
I want to retrain. I'm going to then spend tomorrow retraining a feat, and probably actually be doing that over in Kovlar as I also try to buy a glamour enchantment and have it attached to my robes,
All right.
and then retrain a feat.
Perfect. So yeah, retraining for further notice. Until that changes, I'll just pass in days. You'll be good there. Unmei, lots of teaching. And then Lorelai, do you have anything for your common day-to-day stuff? I know you're handling all your crazy stuff on the side, but is there any way you'd pass the day besides specific tasks?
Well, at some point during the day, she would just quickly talk with Flynn and talk with Moira separately about heading over to do to perhaps cast some regeneration on the burn victims to finally like get that going, and then to Flynn about maybe the day after tomorrow, the day after we do the tunnels, if he wouldn't mind helping her again do the plant growth for the farmland.
All right, Moira,
Sure.
Flynn. All right. Moira.
Yeah, but Moira would, yeah. Oh, yeah. Honestly, I thought we'd already done that at some point. Me as a player thought that.
You
I
know,
was kind of
above,
thinking that too.
above
I think it kinda
table, I believe we haven't done that because very specifically, Ket was very against undoing the lesson. What's the point of the lesson if we undo it? Two, in order to do the regeneration, we had to get over the fact that we have to skin them again. Or skin them
No, I thought we determined we didn't have to do that anymore.
for the regen. I don't know.
Yeah.
Did we determine that?
Thought that we did discuss, but what we did was sneak them out to.
We have to build them a new life somewhere first. Yeah, exactly.
So, like, I believe that was done. We just didn't really like RP it or anything, but we definitely
No.
haven't actually done because everyone's got all their different individual stuff, so we haven't actually done the regeneration. But
I don't
thought
know
we
if they've actually
discussed it.
done that. We let them know it was an option, and they said they wanted to talk and get that figured out. I don't think they ever came back with us with an answer.
Well, we had to let them know.
Alright.
We had to let them know when it was
okay.
like safe to come over and go through the portal.
Okay, yeah.
Which I had said that, yeah, Lorelai would send a little birdie, like when a cat wasn't there.
Okay,
I mean,
good,
I
yeah.
could say that Grit, Moira, and Lorelai, you guys could go together to meet up with the burn victims. I always forget her name. I know it starts with an N, like Narnia or something like that. But she also has a guy with her whose name I also forget all the
Narnia.
time. Almost Narnia. It was or a breach of number. Nareen and Zandel, along with a few of their workers. But they say they're comfortable and ready to head up. And one of them actually commented that he'd spoke to Trini and heard that Trini was going to look at something up in your keep and never returned to Shaylin's smile afterwards. And they wish to know what happened with her, because she was also. They talked to her a bit after everything that happened, as she also had her life turned upside down.
She probably got very distracted. That sounds like something that would happen with Trini. Should check on her while we're up there.
Maybe we can do that first thing, like in the morning after prep and worship and stuff. When it's clear, then have them go up and go through the portal, and then do the tunnel stuff afterwards.
You guys know that Ket's currently working at the council, which she spends like 8 hours a day. You could go up right now if you wanted to.
Oh, is it still like early enough that she'll be there a while?
Yeah, I'm gonna say this is the end of like after the first day when everyone's moved on to their normal everyday tasks. It's maybe an hour or two up till she started working. So
During broad daylight breakout.
So
I mean, you guys are having you guys have an increased amount of traffic that's heading back and forth in your keep now every day. It's become like a more and more integrated part of the society. It probably wouldn't even be noticed. A few people are going. They could be Serenites. They could be workers. They could be. I mean, you have a few hundred dwarves working, just beside your thing, and they travel back and forth for what's it called? To the town
Coliseum
and the Coliseum and to your keep. Many of them will go down to drink and whatnot at Breach Hill or get food there.
And we could
Um,
like carry some of like the bags, some of their belongings, so it's not like them coming with a bunch of belongings, but like us bringing back supplies or something.
you guys have bags of
I
holding?
mean, it's not illegal for them
Oh
to
yeah.
move or any.
Ooh. Escort?
We can get them
Illegal or
out.
just frowned upon. It wasn't.
Well, who cares? We're
written in
allowed
the
to.
rules.
We're operating with a Serenite with a Desmond temple literally attached with a dimensional wall separating us. We're already skirting rules, and the cat knows that. This is one of those ones we can do in a brazen manner and go. And
Yeah.
It's like
there's no need to actually hide this.
we are
And
doing
you
stuff
guys-
outside of the.
And she knows that the dozens were moved, but also
Yes.
once they get to where the
Mhm.
dozens are, they're no longer under the like
They're
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
longer an
Under her
issue.
rule.
They are not in city limits or even in.
Yep.
Yeah.
She respects our interpretation of it, and so if we get them out, then it's fine. It's not illegal for people to move. They're just
Yep.
illegal not to be punished in the area.
You know, well, so Moira is an extremely wise individual because she's a cleric. You'd gather a catch probably similar, and with her perception levels, which she kind of made very known early on, her, Lorelai, and Moira just tend to hear everything that happens anywhere near them, being who they are.
Mhm.
But she's become only more amiable and only more integrated to your guys' own society. She is by no means ignorant to what you guys done and has shown no issue. And you do know that she's not like it's withheld when she's had minor grievances. She's made a point to politely state them, and they've been handled. It is actually very clear that she is enjoying your guys' collaboration and work ethic. She made a point to actually put the Hell Knights at your guys' service whenever she's able to,
Yeah.
as seen with Malagos teleporting you guys. Malagos is by no means doesn't talk to you, doesn't really interchange with you. But when you guys asked him, can you impart any information, he gave you the information he could. He's just very dry about it.
Mhm.
I feel like when she brings up her grievances, it's very polite, but there is an underlying like threat under there because she could just decide.
No, see, that's just a
against
threat of her
rules.
position. That's a threat that exists with her just being what she is. But whether she brings that up herself is a very different story. She doesn't bring it up herself, generally. Her role always carries the threat. It's good to separate those. Yes, she can always get someone killed, but
But the threat will always be there too. That's the other thing.
that's just what it is. But is she threatening her, or she actually is fairly amenable? This is why.
You cut out, Keith. You said she is, and then for me at least, you cut out for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she is amenable. Like she might be like what is it? She might be scary. She might have all these other things, but she is amenable. This is why I keep a working relationship with her.
Yeah.
Because she'll always carry the threat of murder. Cool. Execution. Tomato, tomato, I suppose, but she's a lawful person.
Execution with a lot of glee.
Yeah, but that aside, she has good intent.
Yeah.
And
actually,
a
Jump as
super
soon as
good
her
working
higher ups,
ethic.
they jump. So
She's
actually,
easy to work with, though.
you actually don't get the impression she'd have a lot of glee and execution. She's actually shown that she has great interest and respect for all of you. I think from everything that she's portrayed, she would probably be very remiss and actually downtrodden if anything had happened to you guys. I can't comment that she has no ties to. Yeah, she might be happy to see them handled. But
I'm getting married. Oh, that's depressing. I don't want anything to happen to you.
yeah, she's actually you would actually know she likely has a friendly to helpful disposition to you guys. If it was like a reputation thing.
Yeah, Grid is happy to keep a working relationship with her. She still gives him the willies, but he maintains a working relationship with her. So there's no reason not to. She's respectful and I just am aware. I respect the position of threat she carries still, but I'm happy to have a working relationship with her.
You can return the favor and give her the willy.
Just give her a wet willy out of nowhere.
I don't think that's the Willie he was referring to.
I still think it'd be funny and just he stealth up and then just bam.
I think the other Willie would be equally funny.
That one's more likely to get him in jail or killed.
Not if
I
it's
never said it had to
consensual.
be. Yeah, I didn't say anything about lack of consent. Grit's a charming goblin. He's
Yeah,
a regular gobcha.
and she respects power. You just got to be powerful. I'm sure she's interested.
Right?
Yeah, so we can lead them.
See, now Grit has prank those. Oh, sorry, Laura. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, so we can lead them up to the portal then. Now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They gather all their things. They travel to the portal, and much like Trini, when you lead them to the Desda portal, they are enamored by what they see. And you notice that Trini is there now wearing designated or Desden robes and is actually helping and handling a lot of the paperwork and other logistics of this growing interdimensional Desden temple. She actually now has an office set up in the Waygate, and is working with the high priest. Cullen. Hello, everybody, she says, excited, as Cullen smiles and nods to you.
So you did get very, very distracted.
So I got here, and I saw the tree, and I saw the things, and they took me out and saw the beach and the cliff. That was scary.
That's a big cliff.
And luckily, I'm taking care of it. I mean, we're not in Ishgar anymore, but there is like policies on having areas like that. So I'm actually working with the nearby fishing town, charming little place, and we're putting up like more supported rails. They already have like the ropes and the light rails there, but she shuffles through a bunch of papers, and there is a crudely drawn image of the stairway, but she's typed in like wooden handrails and where they'd be anchored in, comments on needing people to work with them on developing that. Rorsk adventurers are written and like question marks next to them. And then she notes that she's begun handling paperwork for all the little bits that have happened here. The people who've moved here, assess it. She's assessed like how much food everyone eats here, how much food they need to procure. She has the cost of buying food from the nearby fishing village and the income they have to do, the options of setting up fishers and like developing their own fishing. Her desk is a mess, but there's actually a decently organized shelf that used to have a handful of articles on it. You guys remember it's the book where you guys got the resurrection ritual and one other ritual from the hags when you slew them here.
Yeah.
She now is the bookcase she's handling the paperwork for the temple on. And I was actually gonna ask if Rorsk would not mind traveling through the portal to the other side of the portal to handle construction, because maybe I'm spoiled living in Breach Hill, but I am used to dwarven level of crafting, and I know you have most of them handling your stuff, but the other side of this cave could really use a dwarf's touch. Sorry, are you here for something?
I really don't think Rorsk would object to anyone being like, yeah, I just really prefer dwarven work.
Well, I mean,
He'll
it's
have more
magic
free
portals.
time.
Okay.
We just finished up our. We'll be finishing up our projects, so perfect.
Oh, at least one of
Excellent.
them.
Yeah, I know you guys were planning on working on the road to go to town. That's like one of the bazillion things you guys are doing when you're not slaying dragons and cultists and undead. Yeah, that was undead.
Mhm.
Lots of slaying.
Crystals.
But any hello, and she welcomes Naria and Xandal. I trust you are well. They nod and they exchange a bit of pleasantries before she whips around in her spastic moments. So how can the Desmond Temple help you? I can say that, right? I know the portal's in your guys' keep. How can you help me? I don't need anything. How can
I
we help
mean,
you?
The portal's in the keep, but this is outside the keep. Outside
We're all
of
the same.
Is she in the way station or is she
in the way
all the way on the
station.
other side? Oh, okay.
Yeah, the way station itself has become the new Church of Desna.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
entirely.
It's like its own dimension
outside
there,
of,
right? It's an in between.
Mhm.
As far as we're aware, yeah. Like it could be super deep underground for all we know.
But yeah, how can we help you? What do you need?
Well, we wish to help help find these people a new home on the other side. New home, new work.
We have a
Out
growing
of the city.
population. They could stay in Cypress Point. That's where I stay. So many people say they're not sleeping in the temple. It smells like ocean, which is way different than river.
A lot salty.
And I've heard
Also-
besides the occasional
And if
sea
they-
monster that comes up and eats people, it's a nice place.
So I'll say this. I recall there's a lot for industry there. They are skilled carpenter. They were skilled carpenters. I mean, you know them.
Well,
And
there's lots of trade and lots of trade
Well-
work to be done.
it's not. It is a lot, but it's not a lot when it comes to starting a new business. But it's still something. Grit. I will actually
They can work on
deduct.
boats.
I'll deduct out a 1,000 gold from what I have left to them and gift it out to them.
They stare at you baffled.
You need to rebuild your business. Look, your everything got burnt down. It's not enough to get started, but it is enough to at least get some way there. So, anyways.
You can see tears welling up in both Nareen and Xandal's eyes at your generosity. We will do everything we can. Kellum actually comments. Cypress Point is still largely also rebuilding after the Scarlet Triad raids. Their skills would go extremely far in bettering them. They have decent carpenters there, but ours were certainly more skilled, and just the extra hands will be valuable itself. There's also good lumber in this area.
Good. Then take that. Hopefully that helps you rebuild your lives. And I think these two here might have a little bit extra to help with that too, but that's what I can give.
They both
Well, how
nod.
many are there total? How many people?
We'll say 6. The 2 main people and 4 employees. Let me double check. There might be more detailed amounts of that. But yeah, we're gonna say 6.
I think it was 6, the number I was getting to.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Well, I can do 3 casts of regenerate on 3 of them.
Handle the other 3.
Yep, it'll heal the damage from fire, and it can regrow like the organs. So skin is an organ.
Yeah.
Skin,
Um,
the hair follicles.
They look and nod, and Callum smiles to you. It is. There are mage crafts that a small town cleric only hears about in legends. This will be interesting. I have just the place. And they lead you over to the bar of the temple that has the great tree, and sure enough, 6 stone beds.
Yay!
Ayo.
Deja vu.
Yep. And yeah, you all are able to set them down, and with a series of casting, the bald, crispy-looking former lumberjack people return to actually looking like proper individuals.
I would definitely like to do handle Noreen and Xandal and then one other personally.
Yeah, they're by no means particular, and they are immensely grateful. The half-elf and the human both returning to looking like half-elves and humans. As Moira, you're able to pick up 3 of the workers.
Hey.
They'd still be bald, right? But like the hair can now grow back.
You know, I'm going to say you guys are powerful caster. The hair swoops in magically. Woof.
Moira just medicines them. Just the Bugs Bunny scalp massage, and the hair just grows.
You're dropping level 7
like those
spells on these
dolls.
people. I'll
Do
say
you remember
actually,
the dolls with the hair that grows and you like wind like either the arm or something and like it literally grows out of the head?
yeah, at the end of the casting, they all have shoulder length hair. Just past shoulder length from the raw restoration magic. And they leap to thank the 3 of you, hugging and thanking, ensuring they won't forget this. They won't forget what they've learned. They won't be as rude to people, especially powerful people. They won't pick fights. And if they have any worries or complaints, they'll get a hold of you. But they will do their best to contribute to this new place and whatever is beyond it. As Cullum begins telling them about the area beyond the portal and the fishing village. Trini praises the generosity from all 3 of you, especially 1,000 gold. That's a lot of money. They will prosper.
Here's the hoping. I mean, they have lodgings. They had all these things. It takes a lot to rebuild stuff. So
Well,
it should be enough to get the new business started for them.
yep. Trini already is drafting up paperwork, and they haven't even seen where they're working yet. If you could send Rorisk at your earliest convenience.
I'll let him know. We'll be finishing up the last of our project with him, and I think there's nothing else queued up. So,
I mean, the Coliseum's going to be like ongoing work, right? Still,
that is, but that's
Rorsk
not
doesn't
Roar's
work on
crew. That's the Koblar crew.
oh, I thought
Um,
there was still some of Roar's crew
No.
on that.
Flynn, you would actually know in dealing with it. While they would welcome Rorsk join them in the task as it's come up, they actually say the only person who is not of dwarven blood allowed to touch anything in the Coliseum until it's done is you. They give you a long spiel on how it's about maintaining standards and consistency through the build, and that even your greatest building is only as good as your weakest point. and to have even as the smallest lapse in construction quality could bring the whole thing down during a rather rambunctious arena fight. So since most of Rorsk's, or actually almost the entirety of Rorsk's crew is human, they say it is better if they work on things like the road or the other tasks you have, as they maintain their Sagarakian standard on your Coliseum, and they hope you understand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Worst knows his clumsy humans aren't allowed to touch the goddamn Coliseum. You guys know worse because people are talented, but
Yeah.
dwarven pride is dwarven pride. You could build the road that goes to the Coliseum. That's almost as good, right? um,
Again, Griff's fairly certain he knows his conspiracy theories.
oh, Mora, you at least would have heard it in your prayers, as potentially would you, Lorelai. Oh, but actually, none of you speak Dwarven, right?
Nope.
I will at the end of the day.
Okay, you will soon be knowledgeable of some of the things that get said. But most of the conversation, when they're not dealing with Flynn, is done in Dwarven. They cater to speaking in common whenever they're dealing with Flynn. And despite that they all kind of have a very prideful, very dwarven stance on everything they do, there is never the smallest hint of animosity or anything. Though you do notice every now and again, and you'd pick it out, they kind of talk to Flynn like he's a child. But it doesn't seem like it's ever done with malintent. Just like he's not a dwarf, so they have to say it in human ways. That makes sense. But it's done with like kindness and generosity. You're just dealing with a lesser species, and it's not their fault. You guys are also still the champions that saved their helm and liberated Sagarok, where none of them could do. But this is crafting. This is building. That's just dwarven trade. So
you have a dwarf build. You have an adventure swinging axe. Everyone knows their role. Come on.
everyone knows their role. But all right. So I believe that would mostly wrap up the day. You do anything besides? I know you said you only drill the students for 8 hours, Unmei. Is there any way you spend the rest of your downtime? So I kind of ran the jerk to Ruben. Ruben's probably muted. Ruben's usually muted.
Taking a poo. I don't know.
Probably.
You did say BRB.
Oh, I missed that.
Oh.
Oh, it's a chat. That's on me. All right. So I have stuff things. Juron, you're able to return as I asked you before, is there anything you do with like the majority of your downtime, Flynn Lorelai, when you're not doing like it's just I imagine hunting and being out in the wilds with Syrah? For when you're not doing specific items?
Yeah, and kind of going out and checking on the nature around, checking on both the nature itself and also like, having conversations, getting an idea of what's going on in the ecosystem, and then also even like talking with the animals too to get an idea of what's going on in the area besides the hunting parties. But if anything else is weird or the Fae have anything, anything that's wrong.
There's not a lot of Fae in this particular area, but it is good for you to get out. You feel like anytime you're cramped in, even your keep, even in your garden, which is basically a domesticated little forest garden, you feel a kind of drain of your powers. So when you get out and you spend your free time running with the trees and hunting and spending time with animals, that untamed call of yours feels more revitalized. And you feel that part of you that just hates everything inside. It even hates your garden. Heck, it hates stables. It doesn't even like the serpent area. Anything that's built and structured and orderly and domesticated, that part of you just hates. But getting out and running where everything is free and not in walls, not in cages, not in planters, that part of you thrives. So it's good to get out and indulge that. All right, so I have everything. I'll get Unmei when he's back. I'll spell real quick. Probably talking to his dad. Probably talking to his dad. Let me know when you back. Boop. But as you guys are all settling in and wrapping up your day, Jerron comes in carrying a bound leopard and a bag of cuffs.
Kitties.
Oh.
None of them are happy.
How many? How many kittens does he
2
have?
kittens.
Mm.
An angry mama.
Actually,
Would I be back in time for when the kitties
I'll
arrive?
say you're all here. Jerron, would you like to burn another hero point to potentially have more kittens?
Yeah, let's do it.
Moira looks at
That's
Red.
one of
Am I
the
allowed to be
kittens dies in the
surprised
back. That's one
Oh,
of the
no.
kittens dies in the back. I thought it was one.
I rolled a d12 before and got a 2. Never mind. You have 7 kittens, Jerron.
Hey, 7 kitties.
Leopard.
Lorelai is in
with 7
heaven.
cubs.
Mhm.
All of them are furious.
Moira looks at Grit. Am I allowed to be surprised by this? I don't know if I'm allowed
I
to be
mean-
surprised or not.
I will immediately start talking
Allowed.
to them.
I wasn't expecting this today either.
Okay.
Crickets to play with the kittens.
So,
Grit gets to go get eaten by the kittens.
Oh yeah.
So Lorelai,
Talk to
you
them
can
and calm
speak
them down.
kittens. The kittens
And
are
the
all
mama.
screaming for help, and the mama wants to kill Jerron.
Get those kittens out of that bag right now. And also talk to mama and try and calm her down.
I can't. If I let them out the bag, they'll run away.
Where if there's doors, where do they run? Or you can go downstairs.
Yes.
Real quickly, before you do, Grit sticks his hand in the bag, and whichever bite feels the most painful is the one he wants.
What happened?
Welcome back, Ruben. Jerron just came back holding
also-
a leopard over one hand and a bag of 7 kittens in the other. Lorelai's talking to them as all the kittens are screaming help, and the mom is insisting she wants to kill Jerron. And Grit just took his hand in the bag to say, whichever one bites him the hardest, he wants.
We'll give them a second before we start manhandling them anymore. And they already
okay.
have been.
Jerron handling them.
Lizard handling. All right.
Lizard
The
or
one at the bottom of the bag grabs onto you and clamps down on a finger and begins raking, trying to rake the skin off of your palm.
Perfect.
I hear that one talking. I'll be like, good kitty, but also, okay, let them out. Let's
I
go
would grab-
downstairs.
I would
Come on.
grab that one in particular. I will hug that one to my chest, and my hand is now its shoe toy as I'm cramming my hand into its mouth.
So
Oh,
you
God.
can hear help has changed from that one, Lorelai, to die, 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 die. Everyone else just hears like typical like growling and hissing. It's adorable. Well, Jerron, you have most of the kittens and the leopard. What are you doing?
We need to find a room to put them in for now.
Let's
And
just
I'll
go
just
downstairs if
apply,
you're worried about them
about
running all over the
10
place. Also, why did you kidnap
Kidnap.
Kidnap.
these cubs and their mother? I mean, I'm glad you brought the mother, but why?
Will be part of our family and turn them into very strong soldiers to assist with our efforts.
Don't know that I can get good on the soldier part, but that's beside the point. We need to
Training a feline for battle.
Handled it.
Where have I heard that before this campaign?
No,
swear we've
she's
seen a
she's like
cat
a
in
familiar. She
combat.
came and found me, and that just is what it is. I didn't train her specifically for battle. I didn't go out and look for her and be like, all right, you're going to be my trusted
Well,
steed
Beyond
in
that,
battle.
we've had no other four-legged combat animals in this campaign.
None. Absolutely
None. Not a single one.
not a single one.
Ume agrees. Gerard agrees.
That one was already
Sheik agrees.
pre-trained for combat. I can't say anything about Shashik.
I think Gerard would
Zero
argue
just
about it being
wanted to help.
pre-trained. I think Duran probably very much remembers when it wasn't pre-trained, and then it got domesticated. Domesticate the animals, and Shajik is
No, I think
very domesticated.
It was already trained to be a fighter before Lorelai even came along. But she's just concerned about the kitties, and she wants.
Look, if the kittens are
Thanks.
end up not being fit for battle, then they need not be battle cats. But are the ones that do prove capable, they'll be well taken care of like the others, but they'll also get the extra training to have our own mounted Chorukas infantry.
So where in the keep do you want to put them? You do have one room that is not occupied. At least I think it is occupied. I think I might have remembered somewhere it was used, but I forgot. And that would be the area, funny enough, next to Lorelai and Elowin's shop, next to the medic ward.
Yeah. We can take them there
Lorelai.
now just to ease. Just to put them at ease, and let me talk to them.
Yes, let them know I will be bringing them food.
And that, but they will. They do still belong outside, but I will talk to them somewhere. And she's trying to like.
You know
I
how
will follow you guys along as I hug my ball of murder.
Yeah, Gerard, you were an expert in training things. You know with confidence that you could break these things down into domesticated battle mounts. It'll take time, but you did it with Shajik, and Shajik was way harder to deal with than any freaking cat.
Only because Jiran trained Shashik when he was a baby. Both him and Shashik were both babies.
Yeah,
Mhm.
this is just a cat, not a big lizard. Lizards are way more dangerous.
Mhm. That one breathes fire.
That one breathes fire. All right. So you have the cat room. It's next to the medic ward and Lorelai's room, near the Serenade
It's
Temple.
the animal training room, animal rehabilitation.
Yeah.
It could be the vet clinic.
You can let them know that if they give me some time, if they don't find the free food amiable, then they are welcome to go back. Maybe.
You could also
vet
actually,
clinic.
you could use the central courtyard actually. Well, it doesn't show it there. I imagine you have a hatch that goes to the basement, and that would have them outside. And actually, that might be the best place to put it. Would be in the old Ranger training hall, and that's actually completely walled off. There's doors everywhere.
Mhm.
Um,
That's be where they'd be doing their training anyway. So
yeah, you put them in the Ranger training hall. That way, they're outside.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. The giant, the cats and
the cradle and the
leopard
silver spoon.
yeah.
Now Lorelai really
You
wants a
have
vet clinic next to her room.
you have 6 leopard pups, as Grit has has stolen one, and the great leopard.
Bring the other one.
Make a nature check to try to appease the mother leopard. Lorelai.
Be right back again.
Yep.
I'm gonna have Sierra also helping, since she is also a cat, trying to like put her at ease.
Sierra says run.
Run, this bitch is crazy. All right.
Doesn't need to be higher than that.
No, you could actually succeed. It placates. You know it conveys that they want food. They need food right now.
Are they still nursing? Are they that small?
No, they just need to eat.
Okay.
Someone just came into their mountain home, beat her up, or pinned her down, tied her up, and then dragged her children down here. They're hungry. Honestly, hunger seems. This is you've seen normal animals. It's basically safety, hunger, whatever the fuck else for cats. Like those are the priorities. We're wild animals. Safety, hunger, and then breeding when it comes up. Those are pretty much the prerogatives. Actually, and then Juron, you would know if you're going to be training these things. The first thing you could do, that you said, is get them food.
Yarp.
What's it called? Lorelei, when you hunt your extra food, what do you do with it?
If it's if there was enough fish and they got their fill, then whatever's left over would be stored to either use for us or for later. If, like, there's not a lot of fish, and then they have red meat.
Do you start with like the normal keep stuff, or do you have like your own personal place you put it?
I wasn't aware I could have a personal place to put it.
No one stops you, but I mean, they have an area where there's a kitchen. Most people put all their hunted stuff to feed the keep.
Okay. And do we have like stuff to keep things cold and preserved, and the magics to do that, right? So.
Nothing lasts super long. It's not like having a refrigerator, but you guys go through a lot of food a day. And you have enough where you can keep it like for a day, but no like long-term storage, unless you're like drying it, which you know that your what's it called? Hazel and her kobolds will dry excess meat that's not being used for the day, or they just stew it and keep the stew warm.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
So I'd have like a little for the extra, just a little area for the extra meat then. In the pantries, wherever the other meat storage is.
Then yeah, Jiran, if you want to check, you know that there is surplus meat you can use. There's also the stew that Hazel keeps going if you want to fish out cooked meat. And there is meat that is currently drying. That's literally just south of the Ranger Training Hall.
So following Gerard on the quest for food, I'm gonna grab some of that hanging meat.
Yeah, I actually, there's the kitchen next to the monk class hall and the dining room, and then you have actually the unmarked area to the upper right of the dining room is also become a dining room as you guys' population is just swelled. So you have 2 dining rooms in your keep.
Leave the kitten here while you go get food. So they can stay with their siblings and their mom.
How ferociously is the cat still biting into the hand?
Oh, super ferociously.
Okay. Nah.
Well, I could also just cut it off. I could cut your hand off and then regrow it if you need me to.
I mean, you can try.
You mean you wouldn't let me? We can regenerate it tomorrow.
So I think
well, actually today.
I think Special Kitten's coming with Grit to the dining room.
Yeah,
All right. But yeah, you lead in. You're able to get enough food. You're gonna want to add some extra hunting in the morning, Jiran, or commission the or ask the Charl cost of them to hunt more. But your guys' need for food is going up. However, Lorelei, you're able to impart the knowledge on the people of the keep on areas to hunt better and whatnot. Since you were actively spending your day surveying the area, it will increase the efficiency, and the Charlcosts and the Bogards will listen to you where you point where the better hunting is. Unmei.
I like
what? All right, is Unmei back again yet? No.
Literally just got back.
There, yeah.
When you're not teaching, throughout your like downtime hours of the day, how do you spend your time?
I would start trying to set up the trading stuff. We're helping other people with stuff. Like, I don't know, I've been helping Glenn with negotiating with the arena.
All right. But then I think mostly just spend his time doing like manual labor and whatnot for most of the arena. Do you do anything besides just building, Flynn, through your day? Would you work on like more nobility stuff? or diplomatic tie stuff?
I mean, I mean through. Yeah, I guess
All right, I'll add
I'll
that.
kind of jump back and forth.
All right. So Flynn building arena and setting up trade. All right. There are times just going forward where after you finish your you each finish your work for the day, it'll be advantageous for you guys to haul ass. You would know, Flynn, you could pick up Unmei if Unmei turned into a fox and you could pretty much get anywhere you want to. Would you two be open to that idea?
That's up to her.
Yeah.
That's up to Unmi. Because I think
What'd you
we've
say?
done that before.
Yeah. Unmei?
What was it?
Oh, I said one thing you guys do if you want to get to like nearby towns is if you turn into your little fox form, Flynn could just pick you up and run.
Oh yeah, I typically like to just be carted around anyway.
Yeah, that's what I figured. All right, then yeah. What's it called? When you guys aren't building or you're not teaching, there are times when you guys could actually go to Aladir or nearby settlements. Can run missives. There might be times where it's advantageous for you guys to take a 2-3 days. 1 day of Flynn just running for 24 hours and then dealing with people. But you guys will start forming connections. Beyond that, there are a lot of people that are too far even for Flynn to run. I mean, he could if you want to spend a week running, but composing letters and sending missives back and forth to nearby nations. And I will say over like the dozens of days going forward, you will start building ties. This will result in visitors arriving, and when that happens, we will play that out because I already have a few people I know you guys have to deal with. This is the part of your story plan I'm not rewriting because I put a lot of work into it. So deal with
That's fine.
it.
Just kidding. I don't want to do it no more.
Too bad. Here you can sit by and be Unmei's bodyguard. For
Choo choo.
it. I didn't
Being
research the
railroaded.
whole geography of the 1,000 miles to find people you could talk to have
Hey.
that thrown out the window.
The window. The second story window.
All right. Night falls. Anyone doing anything before bed, or is it going to the next day?
Next day for me.
Next day. Everyone good for next day?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I heard what I need to hear. When you wake up, Jiran specifically, there is a note in the Pharasman Temple.
Read the note.
All right. It says it is from the Morrigan. The commission taker has fulfilled their response as the letter that they sent yesterday indicated. And they have found the goblin tribe that have slain your children.
Mm.
You were so focused on what's happening right now, you forgot the long term. And they point actually just a few miles out from where you are. They believe today the group will be hunkering down there. It is an area I believe known as Guardian's Way. Yeah, Guardian's Way.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think, it's about 6 miles from Breach Hill. Yeah, 6 miles.
Okay. Jiran would immediately, upon reading this, go and seek out Flynn.
The morning is started. Flynn, you're having your morning tea time.
Mm-hmm.
Belmazog has actually just returned this morning and is actually making tea when you arrive.
One more thing.
Flynn, you ready to kill something today, or many things?
Oh, what's on the menu?
Well, though I did not discover the location of the party which has absconded my time of need, but rather I found the not me, but the commission, my commission E, has found the goblin encampment of those that killed my children. I plan to slaughter them all and raze the entire encampment to the ground.
Okay.
Would you like to tag along?
Sure.
Belmazog?
I can join, though this might be a task better suited for your retinue. I should attend my people, but if you request my arm, I would be happy to lend it.
I
am
only
still-
wish to include you in the conversation. If you have business, it is not a problem.
I am still not yet fully confident in my combat ability, but I would never turn down a request if made. But I appreciate the consideration. You notice Belmazog actually strives to talk way more human than she used to. And
We're
her dialogue
gentrifying Belmazog.
is still very Bogart and draconic. She's speaking in a very casual, almost formal common that was uncharacteristic only like the week ago that you saw her.
Okay. Giron doesn't make note of it, but he's more shocked than like anything else. But yeah, then they would seek out the rest of the party just to let them know at the very least, and if they would like to participate, he will be making sure that they are invited.
All right. Well, the party says rounded up, and you guys are informed. The words Guardian's Way actually matters to a couple of you. Grit and Moira specifically. You two remember that was the old little outpost that you guys once chased Voss through before she went through that long, winding caveway that ultimately leads to the underside of your keep.
Where
I
Grit
do
got his
remember that.
awesome hat.
Mm-hmm.
Which also means it's likely from the same goblins who killed Leech.
Are the Bramble Bashers okay?
Oh, they live here. Yeah, they're right. They're right over there. They're downstairs.
Yeah.
I mean, they haven't been getting like whispers from other goblins that are like deep in the caves or anything.
No, you guys remember it was a long travel to get. It's about 6 miles, and I think the cave system isn't direct, so it's like 10 or so miles of cave system, and that leads to just above the destroyed waygate of that the Hawk destroyed in Alessa's Ring. There's also, I want to say, hostile mushroom.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
Grit's
where we got
mushroom
our
farm.
hostile mushroom.
yeah, that should be your mushroom garden. You can climb up there, Grit.
Oh yeah. All right. So I know where I'm going to set my mushroom garden.
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
say you probably that's where you would. I forgot there already was one there. It just that jogged my memory. This is book 1.
Yes.
So, um,
Excellent.
anyone not interested in joining Jiron on this hunting party?
I mean, if they killed your kids, I'll help you. I'll help you get them back.
I'd be going.
Definitely going.
I can tell.
I am not
I
going to
can
let the
tell
rest of
you
the party
step
go
by
into
step what to
danger.
expect, probably. Oh, sorry.
Smart. No worries. Is Lorelai going, Kate?
Yeah.
All right. Then yeah, it is unanimous. You have the full party with you.
Hmm.
Then I will not get into that yet, but that will be where we start next session.
Swanky.
as usual. This was everything. I like role playing, so we get into the drag thing. I was expecting this to be like the beginning of today's session, but then like I'd go down all these tangents and these tunnels and these pathways. And I have fun, and then next thing I know, it's
Hey,
10 o'clock.
He's fun.
Yeah, it's fine.
But I was like, all right,
We
this is,
talked
we're
a
gonna
lot
be doing
about
this by like,
tunnels.
right? Like this will be setting off by like probably 7, maybe 7:30 at the latest. I should have enough time with that to get through the combat and that end by a good time. Cool. It's almost 10 and we haven't even got there yet. I'm like, fuck. We are so prone to tangents, but they're very fun tangents.
All right,
I
I'll
love
just
it all.
not worry about anything.
No, more tangents. Shut up, Ruben. Shut up. But I realize it's also because I do outlines when I do my DMing. Like I'm like, all right, we're gonna do this, 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 and this, and then like there's about 8 things that aren't in my outline that come up, and the things that are in my outline that I'm like, cool, they're gonna say this, do this, I'm good to go. And like 40 minutes later, they're still discussing it. Not that I'm issued with it, but I realize like things take longer because people have a lot of ideas.
Yeah.
So, but it's fun. I'm evaluating my DMing after like last session and getting like a handful of complaints, and I want to like tighten up some areas I'm weak in, tighten up like the time use so we keep the thing moving, and then again make sure everyone feels heard, respected, and that any actual issues there are fixed and we move forward. I even did an audit of like gear and money and stuff. Boy, oh boy, is there an individual party member I need to give stuff to.
Oh, yeah? Wouldn't they?
Oh, shut up. I'm not going to say someone has over 3 times the wealth they do, but someone has over 3 times the wealth they do.
When you
I
don't
did
want
say.
anything.
No, I know. Well, one party member is more geared than a level 16 character.
Dang. I don't think that's me.
It's not you.
No,
You
I
are
don't. I
pretty sure
don't
it's
have
Disney.
my weapon anymore.
It's
I
not
mean,
you either, Jerron. You are.
I mean, by process of elimination.
No, actually, it was not you. Not you.
Oh, wow.
It's Shashik.
Yeah,
What's it
it's
called?
true.
Jerron, even cutting your weapon, that might bring you almost down to key.
Yeah.
So
Is
I
it the
was like,
Dreamstone?
I gave you an artifact and you're selling it. The fuck you are.
Yeah,
Yoink. I was like, time of need is going to someone else in their time of need. So I made it default adventuring party. I actually had planned for you guys to run to them later, but they're like, we could scry. I'm like, fuck, they can scry them. Fuck. They're a normal party. I need a tank. I need a dwarf. Dwarf want to be a tank, but the guys to be a tank. They'll both be tanks. Cool. A healing girl and an elf ranger. Go.
You see a cat, a squirrel, a
It would
colo.
have to show up in the other campaign. That would be badass as fuck, though. But yeah, no, Flynn, you were actually almost perfectly geared. You were 30 gold over normal. You're also, you're in the middle actually. 2 people are less geared than you, and then 3 people are more geared than you. 1 person's just not getting gear for a long time. I'm sorry in advance.
It's Unwe.
Right. Yeah, Moira, you were second to last, but you're only 440 gold below what you should be. So I can top you up pretty easy. And then like the books will give you guys stuff where you're going through chapter 1 of book 5. But you're supposed to hit 20,000 by level 16. You're supposed to be at 13,500 right now. So if anyone notices I show preference in gear, I've done my due diligence because I've once been yelled at for this as well, and I am making sure everything's good. I respect criticism, and I will do my best to uphold it. Last time I did it was 13 going into 14. This is 15 going into 16.
Well, I definitely appreciate the efforts, and clearly on my part, I'm not hurting.
I'm so sorry I took everything away from you, Jerron, but I'm like, dude, Jerron, I'm about to literally cut you from loop for the rest of the fucking campaign. If I give you both artifacts, you're going to be at like 40,000 gold worth of gear.
I'm not trying to get the artifacts.
No, obviously you're not. You handed them off. But I was like, shit. We need them for research purposes.
Yeah,
Damn.
research.
Research. So
Oh,
wanna
I
make sure everyone
understand
feels
how
like they're
much
getting cool stuff.
I understand how much Archmage robes tilt the gold value in my favor. I'm like,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I don't. Yep.
I want to make sure everyone feels like they're being treated fairly. That's my goal. I
Yeah.
want everyone to be like, hey, we're all getting equal stuff. Co looks at everyone. All of our
Mhm.
opinions matter. All of our desires matter.
Mhm.
And
I want everything.
optimize fun. I know you want everything, but you don't get you're gay. Of course you want everything.
It's true. It is.
Maybe bi. If he was bi, he'd want everything.
And that's also
That's
true.
actually more true. You're right. But yeah. And like I said, if anyone ever has thoughts or whatever, just let me know, and I'm happy to like consider them. I can't guarantee it'll go the way you want, but if nothing else, I can explain this. So I'll make sure everyone's having fun. So thank you everyone who's spoken up criticism over the last week, and hopefully you are happier and enjoy yourselves more going forward. I do my best.
Mhm.
I've also
Do
named all the
better.
cats.
Nice.
Grit may disagree.
All the cats, or 6 of the 7 of the kittens.
You might have a name for it, but Grit has his name for his little biter.
Sir Chomps a lot.
Discussed it with the kitties once they all came back and they're eating. All 8 of them have names now.
Well, to see if John decides he likes the names. I think they're Geron's kittens now. They might be the Characos's kittens soon. I have to see. We have the cat. We have a cavalier, and we have a druid. People have opinions. Makes sense.
We're gonna have Catavaliers. Yeah.
Catavaliers. I love it. You're gonna have monkeys riding fucking leopards in the combat. I love it.
Once I get him comfortable with me, I'm going to teach this cat to be the sneakiest cat. The sneakiest at stealing
cat.
all the stuff that you like. Mischief Kitty.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, cheers. Thank you all for coming. I was a little nervous about this session, but that's just the typical pre-session jitters I get literally every day. As I was racking my mind on valid reasons why I could have canceled tonight, and then just told myself to stop listening to the inner retard.
Nah, dude, it was awesome.
It's a never-ending struggle. Titus, thank you so much for being you and having your comedy sketches.
Oh yeah, the inner retard telling you, they're always telling you, you're not good enough. It's gonna be awful. It's gonna be stupid. It's all gonna go wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't listen to that idiot.
All the reasons you shouldn't do anything. I shouldn't go out and have this fun thing. It's gonna be bad. I'm just lazy. I'm tired. I could catch up on that video game I wanted to play. I'm really tired. Actually, I could use some sleep. I know I just woke up before my alarm, but I'm still pretty groggy. Yeah, just. Like to be rough sometimes. Infinite stupid. How you been, Key? Josh has been asking about you. I see you briefly for Pathfinder. It's the only time I talked to you the last few weeks.
Yeah, I have been good. I've been mostly acclimating to my new schedule, and on my off days, I've been trying to hang out with my dad. And we've been just the weather has been getting nicer. Yesterday, it hit the highest it's been all season at 85 degrees, and everyone was complaining how hot it was.
I wish that was the high it was this year.
Yep. It was nice.
There's nothing wrong about complaining about 85 degrees. Based opinion.
I definitely remember why I remember California. I remember complaining about 116. Looking at 85 and going, yep, this is good.
Oh, trust me, you can hate. You can realize the awfulness of what's it called, 116, while still hating 85.
Yep.
Not mutually exclusive.
Yep.
I give my hate to what's it called, of heat equally and fairly.
I'll say this: sunny days are nice nowadays. Now the sun is no longer my enemy every day.
Yeah, I could see it. If you're used to things being like super cold all the time, how you might
Yeah.
appreciate the warmth when it shows up.
I leave for work at 5:30 in the morning. When it's cold, when it's 35 degrees consistently, you're like, okay, little sun is nice.
Oh, let's not get away with ourselves.
Little sun.
I
Little
mean, water
sun.
is nice.
The admission.
I don't know. That's me out of character, not currently in game.
Uh-huh. Mark it
But
down,
yeah.
canon.
On that, before last session, I caught up with Logan again. I hadn't seen that guy in a while. Actually helped him build some planters that him and Renee are setting up. And me and my dad, so my work gives 4 free clones a year to their employees if the employees want. And, you know, those clones come up in a nice, happy little marijuana trees, bushes. So me and my dad are going to be cultivating those. That should be fun.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds cool. Lots of gardening stuff.
Yeah, lots of gardening stuff we've been working on. So that's really and I've been looking into doing more fishing.
Fishing, neat.
Yeah, there's a lot of good places around here, and this year they're saying I want to stay off the main Willamette River just because lower fish population than normal. Probably because that one asshole that bleached the fishery.
Ugh.
Fucking like millions in damage to like destroy like a generation of fish. I'm like, are you okay?
The fuck is wrong with people?
Yeah, no, it was definitely one of those like he thought it was a prank or something. I don't think
Laws aren't strict enough. I was talking to someone about this today. I think fucking if you were a menace, like if you were labeled menace to society, I think we need to bring back fucking labor camps to have people work off the damage they do, and I'm all for repoing all their luxury items. You have an expensive car, an expensive watch, an expensive fucking TV, all that shit fucking goes, and you work until you pay off the fucking damage you do.
I mentioned it years ago, and I still stand by it. We gotta put the death penalty for white collar crimes because over 10 million.
I'm fine for that.
Because over 10 million in damages. I'm sorry, you're on the chopping block. That's like generational harm at causing 10 million in damage. That is a life-altering amount of money for a lot of people. That can affect multiple generations, technically speaking.
You're actively worsening the planet, like worsening your community, worsening your state, worsening the country.
At 10
and people are just not
damages, we can start talking about you should be afraid for your life when you're causing this much damage. Just saying.
Right.
That's one of the few things I'm getting more draconian standards are. For the most part, I'm pretty liberal. That one, you caused this much damage. Now we got to start talking like real talk here. You caused this damage to the environment.
Okay.
You caused this much damage to this. Nah, we got we talked the chopping block now.
I was pretty liberal until like a ways into my 30s, and you see all the shit in society and all the fucking like discrimination that mostly fucking goes one way, and everything else. I'm just like, I started tipping, and then just.
It's funny. Most of my views haven't changed since high school.
Mine have actually stayed pretty consistent. I like to think I'm actually just libertarian.
I've just become so much less tolerant of all the cruelty and the hatred and everything I see everywhere. I
see corruption everywhere, but I've always seen corruption everywhere.
What's it called? I think what got me is like the first Trump running. I didn't vote for Trump. I still haven't fucking voted. I don't give a shit about the president until I will be voting this next election. But like the raw hatred I saw for everyone who did, like even to someone just sitting on the sideline.
Yeah.
Like if you're a MAGA, I want nothing to fucking do with you. Go fuck yourself. I hope you. Oh, all people screaming for death, like who are like, I want people murdered. I want this guy killed. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with you? And then people, oh no, it's both sides. Both sides are equal in this. I was like, I only see one side screaming for death, murder, and hoping people are getting shot and murdered and killed all the time. And I've seen the presidency flip back and forth, but one side is the death cult, and the other side's like, you're an idiot. And just calling people an idiot's mean. Saying, I hope you all get murdered is meaner. It's just very sad. There's not. I've always believed you could be buddies with someone no matter what their political or religious views are, unless it's like actively hurting people. And I don't mean like this may or may not eventually down the line have whatever. Like you actively are trying to kill people or actively throwing rocks at people's skull. Like I hate I don't agree with that. But otherwise you can agree with people. I have friends on both sides. But the second you get like, I hope so and so gets murdered, I'm like, you have a fucking problem.
Yeah, it's. Let's put it this way. Technically speaking, actually, like everyone jokes about people dying. It's when, because that's the thing. Like, well, let's look at it like 15 years ago. Everyone, like, it used to be less frowned upon just to make a black humor joke, the darkest of humor jokes, and people have gotten more and more sensitive and more tantrumy, and jokes don't mean jokes anymore. Jokes stopped meaning jokes a long time ago, and it's kind of sucks because now everything is taken at just such severity.
I don't care about jokes. It's people
that's the thing.
actively.
But it's no longer, we can't even tell the difference in jokes anymore. So now we have Jimmy Kimmel making a sketch of like Trump getting stabbed for a presidency. And that's technically well within the realm of joke. But people will now debate that because there's no such thing as a separation between entertainment and politics. So you can't joke.
You see, it's things like things are taken as jokes.
Okay. So sorry about that. Yeah, it just tending to freeze up when stuff starts. I need to be better about that. I'm sorry. But oh right, I don't run that on Mondays. But yeah, aside from that last bit there, hopefully you all you all enjoyed the Pathfinder shenanigans. There's a link in chat for community Discord. The usual stuff. No pressure to join. Best way to know when I go live. Post a weekly schedule there as well as over on my Blue Sky, so feel free to check those out. I'll be back tomorrow by myself. None of that. With another day of Shenmue 3 and hopefully the brain capacity to actually keep tackling Underworld Ascendant. Yeah, that's planned for tomorrow. Let's see. I am going to go ahead. Oh, I don't want to put that in there. I'm gonna go ahead and send y'all over to Alcavian Grin. Knock's always a good time, good chill bean. She deserves love. So go give her some love, vibe, chill, relax over there. She's currently playing Baldur's Gate 1 for the first time. Which it seems to be being an experience because, yay, controller. Oh, and thank you for hanging out, Kaz. Hope you're doing good. But yeah, go hang out with Malk, vibe, chill, relax, have fun. I should not anxiously mess with the Tupperware container. And please remember that, especially now, it's okay to not be okay. Do what you can to be there for your friends, family, loved ones. Love your pets as much as you can while you can. Take care of yourselves. Can't do the rest of that if you don't take care of yourselves. But yeah. go hang out with Malk, give her some love, enjoy the Baldur's Gate 1 shenanigans, and yeah, see you all tomorrow for Shenmue and Underworld Ascendant. Yeah. Like I said, take care of yourselves. Love you, dorks. Bye.